Hello, everyone. Um, I need water. I'm gonna be tearing up and probably crying a bit at the beginning. Welcome to Anime Church. We don't judge you for cosplaying, but we highly encourage it, and especially today, if you are in your Dragon Ball best, if you are in. Sorry, it's okay to be emotional, but damn. Uh, if you're in a Dragon Quest cosplay, Dr. Slump, uh, shit, so many different things that Akira Toriyama has worked on. Uh, Chrono Trigger, wear it proudly. Oh man, I thought I could get through that part without at least tearing up. Nope, nope. Um, okay, okay, we'll get through this. I'm gonna get through this. Um, we do have a balanced show to talk about. There will be at least one rant. I promise everybody I will have one damn rant to balance this show out. You know,
And
we're going to
I'll have
talk
a
about
rant as well.
nice. Um
So,
we've got
I'm just along for the ride.
we've got three different pieces of news to talk about with Akira Toriyama in general. We're going to talk about fan and community reaction. We're going to talk about some people who shouldn't be allowed to type anything on the internet having their takes on the whole Akira Toriyama mess. And trust me, we're going after them. But before we do all that, if you guys would be so kind, because we're going to do this, I think in the beginning, we're going to share a little bit of like how Akira Toriyama's work has affected us, whether it was directly or indirectly. Please understand, guys, that we're going to read comments from other mangaka who were 100% influenced by Akira Toriyama. Like, for those of you, even if you don't watch or have nothing to do with Dragon Ball, I mean, it has affected a lot of the stuff that you have seen out there. Have you written? Source for the thumbnail pick? Oh my gosh. I will have to do that later. My CPU is currently at a level I'm not comfortable with opening up a bunch of tabs to grab it. But if here's the thing, the thumbnail pick, if you want it, oh frick, no, I took it down. Um, man, you know what? I'll do that while the others are talking. I'll grab the thumbnail. Oh goodness. I'm so sorry, man. I wish I had. Okay. Okay, so I don't know where it came from because um every time I go to look for the original image, it just pulls up a YouTube video. So I don't know where the source is. I can send you the image if that's what you're asking for. If you want the image itself, that's fine. I can do that. Um, but I can't find the artist. I hate when that happens. I was looking for Akira Toriyama tribute art. I saw that and I was like, okay, that's cool, but it had like a bunch of text and stuff over it. Um, the problem was, oh, there's a forward-facing shot. Oh, I think I may have found. Is this the original? Oh, I'm gonna put the source in there just in case this is the original, because it's got a forward and a backward-facing shot of both of them. But then again, okay, so this is on Instagram, so I don't know if that's the origin of it. But damn. But yeah,
WRC says it looks working like AI from afar.
oh, I don't know if it is or not. Apparently I'm finding this on Instagram right now. Uh I don't I don't think this is AI art because there's multiple like funeral shots of like Gohan. Dude, even Frieza's in a black suit for this event. That's how you know. Okay, the other half of this is hmm. Mm. Um yeah, Tony's telling me it's AR art. Man, I just wanted to have uh, man it damn it. That really bums me out. It looked really good. I thought somebody had made that. I'm upset by that. Alright, I'm taking that down from the thumbnail. Change back to the Kotatsu thing. Where's the Kotatsu? Anyway, would y'all like to share how Akira Toriyama's life has influenced you guys at all?
Go ahead, Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, he's kind of had at least a smaller influence than he may have had, at least for you guys.
Mm.
Um, I did grow up with the original dub of Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a bit of Dragon Ball Z Kai, even. Um, and I had a lot of fun playing the Dragon Ball Z fighting game that we had when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, never played Chrono Trigger or really any of the other games that have been mentioned. And it should be no surprise that I haven't seen a whole lot of other animes that he may have worked on. But
No,
I
it's
do
more like
recognize that was a
his
big
series had
influence
an
for.
influence. Like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, like a lot of the big stuff that's out there right now. Uh,
I was literally about to say that.
okay, gotcha.
Yep. Anyways, I do recognize that his works, being one of the earliest creators of the anime and shonen style, has influenced a lot, like Naruto, One Piece, and a lot of others that he's mentioned. Um, so I definitely do feel it. The very legendary creator has passed, and I'm sure really the entire anime community feels it to some degree, whether they realize it or not. Uh, I'm sure if I started looking into really any anime that I have seen, especially the shonen ones, um, there will be creators who have taken inspiration or even possibly were maybe good friends with Akira himself.
Mm.
So it's it's not fun to hear about this in any degree, and nor should it be for anyone, obviously. Um, it doesn't hurt me as much as it hurts many others, but I do feel it, and we're losing a great one. That's the best I can say on it.
Hmm.
For me, the first influence I had from Akira Toriyama was back in 1996 when I played Dragon Warriors 3 on the NES. Um, I didn't know at the time that he had any influence over the Dragon Warrior series, which would later become known as Dragon Quest, until about 2003, 2004, when I really started paying attention to Dragon Ball Z on Toonami, and my friends were like, "Hey, the creator of this did this game. I know we all used to play it back in the day together." And of course, the slimes were the first thing we thought about with their stupid, goofy ass fucking faces. And it just it brings back one of the very few good memories I have from childhood. It hurts a lot knowing that he's no longer with us, and we won't be able to he won't be able to finish Dragon Ball Super.
Um, my this is gonna sound weird. My first thought when I heard this news was, oh shit, how is Scott dealing with this right now? You know? And for those of you that don't know, that's Kaiser Neko from Team Four Star. Um, out of all of them in that group, out of all the main ones that show up anyway, he is the most hardcore Dragon Ball enthusiast. Like he dives into the lore. He really really immersed himself in Dragon Ball. And it was such a it's because my relationship with Dragon Ball Z, I liked it. It was a really good show, but like I didn't really start caring and getting into it really. Like it was just, oh, it was that anime that that I watched early on when I first started getting into anime. And then I got into more anime and I liked that other anime that I was watching more. But it was always like a nice, fond, old school show. Um, but what got me really back and excited about Dragon Ball, of course, or Dragon Ball Z in this case, was DBZ Abridged. And so we're an abridging channel. Let's say it, let's call it like it is. Obviously, I'm going to think about how this impacts the biggest DBZ fan I know. I think that's also showing like a little bit of maturity on my part. This isn't like a brag. It's just like one of those things that I was like, oh shit. In hindsight, my first reaction was thinking about someone else and not like, man, how is this going to affect me? And because that's what it would have been probably 10, 15 years ago. And now, I think I've changed a little bit more on the inside. But like then it took a minute for me to realize how much his work has impacted my life, like my livelihood. All the stuff that I do is based around anime. If it had not been for the works of this man, I wouldn't have a career right now. And to be completely honest with you, given my mentality, if I was sitting in a cubicle, clacking away on a keyboard all day, I probably wouldn't be here right now because I already know that life would drain the soul from me, and just to escape from that feeling, I would have made a decision that is not okay. And that's where we'll take that right now. That's as far as we'll take that. I'm going to share with you what I wrote as kind of a quote unquote eulogy on the Fat Dog Discord. And I'm going to try and get through this as best I can. Apologies because I was tearing up and wiping tears from my face when I typed this. Of course, it was a lot more fresh because I typed it yesterday, I think. No, 2 days ago. I typed it 2 days ago. Okay. I can read dates. Here we go. It is with a heavy heart that we share with you the news that Akira Toriyama has gone to see King Yama one last time. He leaves behind him a legacy of work that truly changed the landscape of what we call animation. It introduced many of us to a culture we were unaware even existed, and brought Japanese animation to the world. He inspired so many artists who would go on to make amazing creations like Naruto, One Piece, and many others. He brought smiles to so many faces, and while he may be gone, please keep his family in your thoughts as well. He was a wonderful artist, and he will be deeply missed. One day, we will make that journey we will all make that journey and reunite with our beloved creator. But until then, please mourn or celebrate his legacy to the fullest and smile knowing he finally got to touch that desk made of mahogany. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know how to use Twit longer, or I would have posted this on Twitter. You know? Oh, man. Little intense there.
Just a little bit.
Skinny Dude's introduction to anime and such as a whole was thanks to DBZ on Toonami. Yeah, I think a lot of people that started off like in the 2000s and everything with anime, that's kind of where they got their start. I've made the joke that Dragon Ball Z is like weed. It's like the gateway drug to anime. And it was for a lot of people. And then the 20 teens hit and it was like other stuff like Sword Art or oh god, Hunter x Hunter in the 2011 version that they put out. There's a lot out there. Every generation is going to have like their gateway anime. And for a lot of us, Dragon Ball Z was that. I didn't realize until much, much later that my gateway anime started technically as a cut up version of 3 separate anime that would eventually become Voltron. But yeah, that was my introduction to anime that I did not realize was anime. My first anime that I watched that I realized, hey, this is different. Something about this is different, was Sailor Moon. That was my first one. Okay. So getting through that, let's move on to talking about the impact that he has had. We can see some community reactions and stuff like that. Really? Okay. Okay, the anime world offers condolences after Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama's death. The world learned on Friday that legendary manga author and illustrator Akira Toriyama died on March 1st, almost akin to Osamu Tezuka in status. Toriyama left an indelible mark on manga and anime around the world. Creators are paying their respects to the legendary manga author. Both the official website and Twitter account for the Dragon Ball franchise initially posted a message to fans and partners of Toriyama on March 8th. And they have the images there. Weekly Shonen Jump, V-Jump, Jump Square, Psycho Jump, and Shonen Jump Plus editorial teams, in conjunction with Yuji Horii, the creator of Dragon Quest video game series in which Toriyama served as an artist, Eiichiro Oda, who of course is the author of One Piece, Masashi Kishimoto, Naruto's mangaka, Masakuzu Katsura, author of Zetman and Eyes, released a joint message as well as individual tributes. Okay. Fenris, please read this. I'm not doing a good job of holding it together right now.
Could you? Which article are you on?
The first one on the YouTube description, the first link.
Better
Okay.
No, because your internet.
Where did you get to, the Shonen Jump or the Dragon Quest?
We're on Shonen Jump right now.
Okay. From Shonen Jump editorial teams, Akira Toriyama, whose many works were published in Shonen Jump magazine, has passed away. The entire Shueisha editorial department is deeply saddened by the news of his sudden passing. Dr. Slump from Dragon Ball and Sandland, the manga drawn by him, have transcended national borders and have been read and loved all over the world. In addition, The charming characters he created and his overwhelming design sense have greatly influenced many manga authors and creators. We would like to express our gratitude to him for his great achievements and pray for his soul to rest in peace. From Hori, Dragon Quest, I am still in disbelief at the news of Toriyama-san's death, which was so sudden. I've known Toriyama-san since I was a writer for Shonen Jump, and with the recommendation of Torishimi-san, the editor in charge of Toriyama's works, I decided to ask him to draw the art for Dragon Quest when I began developing the game. In the 37 years since then, he has been involved in the character and monster designs and the creation of countless charming characters. The history of Dragon Quest walked hand in hand with Toriyama's character designs. Toriyama-san and the late Sugiyama-sensei were friends of mine who worked on Dragon Quest with me for a long time. That he would die, I don't know what else to say. I'm really, really disappointed.
Okay.
From
Hold on. The next one I'll have Moon read. This one's from Oda. Moon, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. It was from Oda. Okay. It's too soon. The hole he left is too large. The thought of never seeing him again fills me with sadness. I've admired him so much since I was a child, and even remember the day when he called me by my name for the first time. I also fondly remember the days when Kishimoto-san and I were giddy on our way home when when he called us friends. I also remember the last conversation we had. He is one of the people who took the baton from an era when it was said reading manga would make you stupid and created an era where both adults and children could read and enjoy manga. He showed me you can do things like this with manga. You can go around the world. It was like watching a hero push forward. The wonder and excitement when Dragon Ball was first published is probably rooted in the childhoods of not only manga authors, but also creatives in all industries. His presence is that of a great tree. For manga authors of my generation who have stood on the same stage, the closer we got to Toriyama's works, the more I realized how great his presence was. It was awe-inspiring. But I was just happy to see the easygoing man time and time again, because we love Toriyama-sensei to our bones. I would like to express my respect and gratitude to the richly creative world Toriyama-sensei left behind, and pray for his soul to rest in peace from the bottom of my heart. I hope heaven will be the pleasant world as you envisioned it.
Okay. It's only fitting this time since I ran a Naruto podcast. Oh, of course, Kishimoto has the most long-worded one.
Oh yeah.
Of
Look.
course.
Mhm.
Also, is my internet sounding better now?
Yeah.
I think I figured out what the problem was.
Oh, did you?
Apparently Steam said, "Hey, Sons of the Force hasn't been updated yet. We'll just handle that right now."
Wow, really?
Yeah, so it was going through and doing that.
All right. This is from Kishimoto Sensei, the mangaka for Naruto. To be honest, it was so sudden I don't know what or how to write about this. However, for now, I would like to express my thoughts and feelings to Toriyama Sensei, which I wish I could have told him someday. I grew up with Dr. Slump in the lower grades of elementary school and Dragon Ball in the higher grades, and it was natural for his manga to be part of my life. Even if something bad happened every week, Dragon Ball made me forget about it. It was a solace for me, a country boy with nothing to do. It was because I enjoyed Dragon Ball so much. It was when I was a university student. Suddenly, Dragon Ball, which had been part of my life for so many years, ended. I felt an incredible sense of loss and didn't know what to look forward to, but at the same time, it was an opportunity for me to truly understand the greatness of the author who created Dragon Ball. I thought, I also want to create works like yours, and I want to be like you. And as I aspired to become a manga author following in your footsteps, that feeling of loss began to disappear. It was because making comics was fun. I was able to find enjoyment by following you in your footsteps. You have always been my guide. I admired you. I'm sorry for the inconvenience this may cause you, but I am grateful to you. For me, You are the god of salvation and the god of manga. When we met for the first time, I was so nervous I couldn't say a word. However, after meeting you many times at the Tezuka Prize Screening Committee, I became able to talk to you. I will never forget the embarrassed smile you gave when Oda and I, two Dragon Ball children, became children again. And as if we were competing, we talked excitedly about how much fun Dragon Ball is. I have just received the news of your passing. I felt an even greater sense of loss than when Dragon Ball ended. I still don't know how to deal with this hole in my heart. I can't even read my favorite, Dragon Ball. I don't feel like I've been able to properly write what I want to say to you in this statement. Everyone around the world was still looking forward to seeing your work. If I could make one wish with the Dragon Balls, I'm sorry. Maybe that's selfish of me, but I'm sad. Thank you, Akira Toriyama Sensei, for all your enjoyable works over the past 45 years. And thank you very much for your hard work. I am sure your remaining family members are still deeply hurt. Please take care of yourselves. I pray that Akira Toriyama Sensei will rest in peace. Okay, you can have the next one.
Who?
I'll take it, man.
Okay.
From Katsura, the set is from Setman. I feel weak and have no energy. I don't want to comment on things like this, but I'll write something. If I start writing it out, it will probably end up being quite long since there are so many things I want to say, but I will try to keep it as concise as possible. However, I'm not in the right mood, so please forgive my ramblings. Even if I think back, I'm not exaggerating. I have nothing but happy memories of when I went to visit his house, when he stayed at my house, when we went out together, and every time I called him. I laughed until I was tired. He was an amusing person, lewd, cute, with a sharp tongue, and humble. As professionals in the manga field, we did some collaborative work, but that was fun too. But 99% of the time, we never talked about manga. As a manga author, the scenery we saw and our level as artists were so different, I never really thought about his greatness. I understand, however, whenever I met him, I didn't feel that in the slightest. It's his personality. That's why I still think of him more as a friend than a great manga author. Last summer, before I had surgery, he seemed to have heard about it somewhere and sent me a message. Honestly, it was rare for him to send a message, especially one where he seemed concerned about my health. We've known each other for 40 years, but that may have been the first time I've been treated so kindly by Toriyama-san. I thought it was going to snow. Usually we only joke or talk nonsense. It was like, this isn't the time to worry about other people at all. When I called him a little while ago, I was feeling unwell and said I might pass away first, so please have a farewell party for me and you'll be in charge, Toriyama-san. Also, give a speech since I'll come with prestige. But he couldn't keep his promise. I really regret not calling him after he messaged me. It's a shame we can't call each other anymore to talk nonsense for a long time. I have a lot of things I want to talk about. There are many things to say. I want to talk to you again, even if you're listening blankly to something you're not interested in, like you did. It's no good that the last time you replied to my message asking you to get a hold of me, you wrote a light, okay. It hurts from the bottom of my heart.
Okay. One of the most influential people in getting Dragon Ball off the ground was Kazuhiko Torishima, Akira Toriyama's editor in the 1980s. Torishima is currently the president of Hakusensha and submitted a statement to the online magazine Denfami, Nico Gamer. In his statement, Torishima writes, "Last year's book, Dr. Mashirito, Saikyo Manga Jutsu, was the last project we worked on together. And it was the last manga the Torishima and Toriyama from back then pair created. Thank you very much for the past 45 years." Toriyama-san, you were the best manga author. Hmm. Toyotaro, the author to take on the mantle of the Dragon Ball Super manga series, posted his respects on Twitter. Oh boy. I drew manga because I wanted to be praised by Toriyama Sensei. He was everything to me. Holy crap, it just keeps going. Man, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Oricon News posted. Sponichi newspaper. Aoni. Wow. I was trying to get to some
Oricon
fans'
News
reactions.
Fair. That Oricon News is actually the Toei CEO.
Yeah.
Statement from the Toei CEO.
That shows, dude, like how much influence this man had. CEOs, company presidents of like these big places are coming out of the woodworks to pay their respects. Oh my god, the voice of Piccolo.
And the voice of Vegeta.
Yeah. Which Vegeta? Jesus.
Japanese.
Yeah. It's too soon to die. Join your hands in prayer. Wow. Oh, Goku also wrote. So it was like a bolt out of the blue, and I still can't believe it. A new chapter of the series had just begun, too. Just as more and more thrilling stories were going to be told. It's too sudden. It's such a shame. Thank you very much for creating such a wonderful work. Please rest in peace. I love Piccolo's tweet here because he's just he just released a picture of like Piccolo kind of meditating as he do. My manager brought me the news of Akira Toriyama's passing. After Mako-san, or Masako Nozawa, you're the second person I've told, Toshi-san. The first thing I thought was, I wonder how Mako-san felt. For Mako-san, Dragon Ball is her life work, and Goku is her alter ego, more than how I feel about Piccolo. The last time I met Toriyama was at the preview screening of Dragon Ball Super Heroes. I would like to express my deepest condolences. Oh, wow. The creator of the original Dragon Ball opening sharing his condolences. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this over to Brave because there's so many ads. I did not realize how many ads there were in on Anime News Network until Jesus. Now I can actually scroll through this properly. Oh man. What was I thinking using Firefox? Jesus.
For real.
Okay. Let's see. Each episode was romantic. We're not the only industries Toriyama in the world of games. Yeah. Franchise one. Well, president of CyberConnect 2. Yeah. Okay. And that's the end. There's just so much, and I don't want to keep. I don't want to keep overly focusing on this subject for all this time. So I think the next one we're going to talk about is, oh my god. Okay, so I saw Rev Says Desu covering this, but guys, there's been some bad takes going around on the internet lately, and we'll get into that in a moment, but there is another question besides just Dragon Ball Super lingering in the air. We've got a game coming out, Sandland, and it's based on Akira Toriyama's manga, Or am I getting that wrong? Is there a
Well,
manga named
it's based
Sandman?
off. It was based off a Shonen Jump
Okay.
manga that was serialized between May and August 2000.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right. So there is a game coming out very, very soon called Sandland. And that's gonna be our last. Well, did Toriyama even work on this game at all in any way, shape, or form? Did he work on some of the
I mean, it's
writing and
definitely
stuff
got
for
the
it?
art style he used.
Well, that's because it is his stuff, and I mean, he may have worked on some of the art. I don't know.
Oh no, it is a manga he made because it says
Yeah, yeah,
playing
Yep.
action game based on Akira Toriyama's Sandland manga.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think this is going to be the last official creative thing that he worked on. So now, man, I feel for the devs of that game. It's his last work. This is going to be the last piece of his legacy. Don't fuck it up. Don't mess it up. Like all the stuff that I've seen for it has been interesting, and like when we finally got out of like the desert area and got to all the other stuff, it looked kind of neat and interesting. And while it did have that spark of adventure and everything, it wasn't kind of what I'm into nowadays. I'm into more um, mature storylines necessarily. I don't know if that's necessarily the right word, because if I say mature, everybody takes it in a sexual way, and I'm like, no, that's not what I meant. Uh, but man, I definitely am gonna want to play this now. I was like, oh, that's neat, but not a lot of anime games are something that I care too much about. This one, I'm gonna have to do. Um, I also am kind of wondering how much how much viewing of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, all that stuff went up on Crunchyroll after this news. Like, how many people have been watching Dragon Ball this weekend? You know, man. I saw other creators commenting on the situation. Um, your boy Roshi literally was talking about how he would draw and learn how to draw by tracing Dragon Ball, or that he would pause on a frame. I've done this. I've paused on a frame of animation in a DVD and just sat there and drawn different characters. My cringy
Yep.
artwork is somewhere up on the internet because I had a scanner and I put that stuff up on my old Deviant art page. So there's a Goku Super Saiyan, there is a Trunks Super Saiyan, like literally from way back in the day. Um, I don't have much else to say other than that. That's about it. Uh, I hope the Sandland stuff goes well. I hope that the Dragon Ball Super manga is able to wrap up nicely. I don't I don't know how we're going about that at this point. There's definitely questions hanging in the air. And I guess now we'll get to the rant. So the tears are over and the anger is about to come out. If you don't know who Sweet Baby Inc. is, or if you don't know about the company Sweet Baby Inc., bless you. You please remain ignorant. Just say
Yes,
that the
please.
more you learn about them, like me, I was like, what the fuck is Sweet Baby Inc.? Why is everybody talking about it? I looked it up, and the more I learned, the less I wish I had learned it. um, Another one of their employees, as if they haven't started enough controversy this past week, trying to cancel other people who disagree with him. But if there wasn't enough of a reason already, one of their employees just posted literally on the day it was announced that Akira Toriyama passed away, his hot take about the situation, about how Akira Toriyama had simultaneously done so much, had one of the best black anime characters, I'm assuming talking about Piccolo, and then the worst black representation in anime ever. And I'm like, bro, really? He goes, that's rage. And I'm like, that is a thought you keep to yourself, motherfucker. But you knew as soon as the person had passed out, some of these assholes were going to come out here and act all ignorant and show their ass. I'm not going to talk too much about those kind of tweets. Just, I knew that I was going to need to get fired up and angry about something before moving on to the next topic, because I needed to just vent all the rest of the emotion out. Shit, I meant for this to be 5 minutes, and we've gone almost an hour on Akira Toriyama. To be fair, it doesn't feel like it's long enough to actually accurately talk about this, but we've got to do the rest of the show. But to the person who made that comment, how fucking dare you?
Not just that, but how dare you to the person from Kotaku who stood up for him and said that he was right.
Huh?
Did you not watch the full video?
I was so mad just finding out about that. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, one of the senior editors from Kotaku magazine posted that he was right and they can't be racist against white people, referring to Toriyama. Yeah.
Really? We just can't celebrate the life of anybody, can we, anymore?
No, we can't.
Also, dude, here's the thing. He wrote that shit back in the 80s and 90s. You want to blame anybody for that? Blame your own PR team. What was coming out? What was coming out there? Gangster rap
40
videos.
fucking years ago. 40 years ago, yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm not part of the problem over here. But like, what was all the stuff being put out in that era? All the things that we find cool. Or we thought was cool back then. Look how cringy it is. Like, guys, we have critiqued this aspect of Dragon Ball enough already. Did you really have to lay that at the man's deathbed? Have some goddamn respect. Not every thought that goes into your brain needs to be shared. And I'm not going to blame a whole generation of people for the actions of some assholes who don't know how to keep their fucking hands off a goddamn keyboard when they should.
Mm-hmm.
Please understand, there's a much larger filter between thinking it and typing it than thinking it and saying it. There's less of a filter there. You have to consciously choose to do these actions to type something like that. I don't care if it's an emotional response. I don't give a fuck. Go to hell. And when you do, I hope you're met by 2 German ogres who are all greased up and ready to party. But why are they German? All right. But yeah. All right. So now we're finally going to move on to other topics outside of Akira Toriyama. All right. So this next one's really funny. All right. Because my brother and I, we went not last week, but the week before, opening night, we went to go see Dune Part 2. And it was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. That's my only comment on that. But we were talking about, like, my brother brought up that there was a Dune video game that was being worked on. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I hadn't heard anything about it in such a long time. I was like, maybe it got canceled in development. And then the next day, they drop a trailer for it. I'm like, you motherfuckers, you know what you're doing. That's marketing. Get on board with the good press that the movie is doing right now. The next day they announce Dune Awakening. If you have not seen the trailer, please go check it out. It is literally the fourth link in the description. Highly encourage you to check it out. This looks kind of like open world building, crafting, fighting. So kind of got an Ark feel to it, but like if Ark took place in the Dune universe and you were on Arrakis. So something similar to that. And you know what? I'm kind of down for it.
But
the story's got to be damn good.
But they keep having 3 characters right next to each other, and every time I see those 3, I can only think one's a Titan, one's a Hunter, one's a Warlock. And like they even got the look. You got the guy with the big cape, I'm assuming Titan or Warlock. The guy without the cape, he's the other one. And then the guy with the hood, that's the Hunter.
All right.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Since you brought it up, I blame you for this. Since you brought it up, guys, now's a good time to jump into Destiny 2.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, for a limited time, you want to jump into Destiny 2 and get this one exotic quest done? Because they have now released skimmers, which are basically go into your sparrow slot. So if you don't want to ride on a sparrow, you can surf around in the air on a skimmer. It's like a super upgraded hoverboard. Except you can literally just grind in the air. It breaks all kinds of shit. I'm loving it. Yeah. Good time to just go do that stuff. I'm actually enjoying the Guardian game stuff that I got to play. Before my CPU decided, fuck you. Yeah. That having been said, yeah. I'm looking forward to this. I don't know. It's a teaser kind of trailer thing, so I'm like, okay, that looks neat and everything, but like, I need more before I make my full purchasing decision. But I just thought it was ironic as hell that we were talking about this game and the very next day the trailer comes out. You guys, you saw the trailer too? What'd you think?
It looks like a lot of fucking fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm very interested to see what the gameplay looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And again, with those 3 coming down, hovering towards the end, I'm sitting here like, is it gonna have Destiny vibes? And even if it does, I think that'll be pretty cool. And like knowing as much as I do now about the lore and stuff, I think it could also be interesting to have like a Battlefront style, like Battlefront 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 2 style.
Because they're teasing it. They're teasing it toward the end, but there's an actual war going on Arrakis.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering how much do we take part in that? Yeah, which war? Because there's multiple.
Mm-hmm. My thought is it could be like the first war, like the very first when they first found out about spice and shit.
Yeah,
so like the OG Spice Wars.
When they really understood what Arrakis was.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any final comments before we move on?
No.
All right. For everybody that was talking all that good stuff about the Borderlands trailer and like how fun and how good it looked. No, fuck you. This is how you do a gaming trailer. Fallout, the series. Oh my God. I don't know a lot about Fallout. Guys, I am absolutely the Fallout noob here. I've only played Fallout 4.
You
right?
poor soul.
Poor man.
Whatever.
Oh man.
I've had enough people.
Wait. Hold up. What'd you just say, Moon?
I said poor man because I have played all of the Fallouts. I've played 1, 2, 3, and New Vegas.
So this is what it's like to feel like Moon.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Yeah. Here's my other thing.
I'm concerned now.
Here's
Is
my
the
Why
other
world
thing.
are you
ending?
concerned?
I have not
Yeah,
played.
what
The
is
world's
two?
ending. Something Moon knows about that Richie doesn't.
Oh no, there's a lot of things that I
Ugh.
don't know. Don't worry. There's
Fair
plenty
enough.
out there. All right. So, as far as the Fallout franchise goes, I have had way too much stuff explained to me about Fallout 3 and New Vegas that I'm like, I don't need to play the game because everybody's told me the fucking story. What's the point?
That's wrong. Because you're still missing out on a lot of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
The story is
Like
fine and
meeting
all.
Three Dog.
The story is like really quick. Blah, who gives a shit, honestly. For 3, it's very short. For New Vegas, it's not that short.
I'm
but
not
the
talking
multiple
about the
endings are
main
always
story.
fun.
I'm like literally they tell me every aspect of. Did you know you could do that? Like I've been told about 6 different playthroughs of one game.
Do you know about ice cream?
Yes.
Damn. That one's my favorite.
Anyway,
It's so funny.
I'm sorry. Can you ask me that question again?
Do you know about ice cream?
Nanishimasu.
Okay.
Uh,
God. But yeah,
but yeah, so
games.
this trailer not only was a good trailer for a series, but it feels like Fallout. Like
Yes,
the people,
it does.
like the people that actually play Fallout worked on this. With Borderlands, it feels like the people that worked on Borderlands just watched a couple of trailers and heard about some characters that seemed really neat and just threw all that shit together. Yeah. It's like if somebody threw up on threw up Borderlands content, and then whatever actually made it and stuck around after they tried to rinse it away is what they made the movie about.
You see, if the Borderlands trailer didn't have Krieg, I could pass it off as an intermediary between 1 and 2. But since it has Krieg, that goes out the window.
Also,
yeah.
Here's another thing. And it may be because this was created for Fallout and not just used, but there's also a major difference in this trailer versus the other one. They've had multiple trailers or introductions, the intro for Borderlands, that have had such a good vibe to them, and a lot of that is the music. You had so many great musical choices you could have used for a Borderlands trailer. And in Fallout, what do we get? I don't want to set the world on
that's
One
a
of
song
the
that's
best-
stuck with the game for a long time.
It is
It's one of the
iconic.
Bass songs for
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire
Literally,
series.
it literally is Fallout.
Song.
Literally,
Yeah.
dude, this ain't no place for no hero.
Oh yeah.
Could have been used in the Borderlands trailer. Fuck. What was it?
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
Ain't
Could have
no
been
rest
used for
for the
Borderlands,
wicked.
which
Man,
would have been a
it's so
perfect
good.
choice for the first Borderlands movie as an homage to the first Borderlands game.
But here's my thing. They tried to it. You know what it feels like? It feels like they took the Borderlands franchise and tried to make Jumanji next level with it.
It's true.
Yeah,
That's very true.
That's how it felt.
But back to Fallout.
Back to
One
Fallout.
of the beautiful
That looks
things
so
that
good.
makes it that works in Fallout's favor
Mhm.
is the fact there's vaults all around the country.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So there's so many to choose from that aren't in the games.
Also, they did a really good job with the oh god, I forget
With
what
the
they're called.
ghoul.
With the ghoul. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That looks so good. That's a
And the
that's
fact
a tiny
that it
little drop in a
shows-
whole bucket of drugs. I'm like,
And the
damn.
fact that the ghoul that they show in the trailer, they give the hints and basically confirm it's the guy from the Vault Tech trailers in the beginning of the trailer. So it's a trailer inside a trailer
Yeah,
for one of the main characters of the trailer.
How it be sometimes.
It's so good, dude. It's so
Oh,
good.
man.
It looks like Fallout.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It has
Borderlands
such
did
then
not
the
look
Mr.
like
Handy-
Pandora.
the Mr. Handy, I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
Yeah.
That was so good.
How he says in such an upbeat Mr. Handy tone, just like, thank you for getting that right.
It's
Yes.
literally you can tell there's a huge labor of love behind this, whereas Borderlands just feels like a cash grab. It feels
Yeah.
corporate, soulless nonsense.
Unfortunately,
and I
the
don't wanna watch
Borderlands
it.
movie would have worked better about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Back when Borderlands was actually a major thing, and before the failure of 3.
Okay. Well, I know some people that would disagree because they liked 3, but it's kind of it split the fan base a bit.
Yes.
And though we can all come together and agree that 2 was amazing.
2 was easily the best of the series.
And that's the problem. They're trying to combine 1 and 2 and a little bit of the pre-sequel, it feels like. And it's just like, no, that doesn't work.
Like, so if they did a movie based between 1 and 2, but made cameos to the pre-sequel, it would have worked.
You know what?
Because we don't know
what
what
this
happens
actually
to
feels
Roman
like.
and
I've
the
got a
other
perfect
Roman
comparison.
characters.
You know what the Borderlands trailer felt like? It felt like the live-action Yu Yu Hakusho, where they chose from like all the cool moments of season 1 and then the end of season 2 and just tried to mush them all together in 5 episodes.
Yeah.
The first 2 episodes, fucking phenomenal. It's when you get to episode 3 that everything goes off track, and it's like,
Yeah.
why? You guys had so much to work with. You could have done this one art. You could have just done the Toguro art, or not the Toguro art. You could have done the Rescue Yukina arc. Just that alone. You didn't have to throw in any Dark Tournament. In fact, it's better if you don't, and you just sprinkle at the end, oh yeah, Togoro's alive, and then you do the whole, he confronts Yusuke, and he's like, now you're going to sign up for this tournament. That's the way you do it. That's how you do it.
That would have been great.
Like, yes, you'd have cut out a bunch of stuff. Some people would have still been mad, but it would have all been necessary stuff. Also, dude, don't have Toguro and Genkai actually confront each other directly. Come on. Like, you ripped so much of the character out of the character. I told you guys there was going to be a rant. All right, anyway.
So, Moon, your opinions on the Fallout trailer? Because we
Yeah,
keep talking
Mr.
over
Fallout guy.
You're right. I am extremely excited. The Brotherhood of Steel,
Yes.
power armor
Looks fucking
amazing.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
I am so excited
It
to at least
looks
see
like
that.
it looks like they stepped right out of the game. Not only that, but all of these characters have so much personality and are so interesting and
much.
individual. Like, there's so much going on there. I need to know. I want to know. I'll be honest. The only reason I picked up Fallout 4 was because one of my actress friends that I really enjoyed her work was voicing the female character. So Courtney Taylor, who voiced Jack in Mass Effect 2 and 3, is the lead female character in Fallout 4. Which was so different, going from angry, cussing girl who will kill or fuck you based on whatever she's feeling at any particular moment in Mass Effect to Fallout 4 protagonist. Such a shift in different.
To be fair, when I played Mass Effect 2 and 3, I was hoping that Jack would do both to me.
Choke me harder.
Uh,
Use those bionic
so I'm on an
implants.
interesting freeze frame that leaves me a little hopeful.
Uh-huh.
We're seeing definitely what's the inside of a vault, and we can tell that all the walls are screens because they just say "Please stand by," and it looks like we're in a cornfield. But everyone in a vault suit except for one person, and then there's this chick in a dress with a Pip-Boy on her arm. They're running. The interesting thing about all the Fallout games is how wacky and zany they make a lot of the vaults. Does the name, it's either Jerry or Gary, does that mean anything to either of you? It means enough to him. One of my favorite vaults, also one of my most hated vaults, because all I needed to hear was Gary. Oh, fuck. Immediate freak out trying to figure out who the fuck I need to kill. And they were all clones. That just
Jerry.
went insane and killed everyone else. Was it Jerry? Okay.
Jerry.
But they all went insane and just started killing everyone who wasn't a clone, but calling them Jerry at the same time. Oh, it was so much fun. And then there is the overgrown one that has nothing but mantises and giant mantises. And then you have the mind control facility.
Got it going.
Hold on a second, Moon. So what Moon's trying to say for anybody who's uninitiated with Fallout, Vault Tech, every vault they put in America had a different social experiment going on throughout the entire time that, the vaults were in service.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them did the cloning, some of them did genetic experimentation, which crossed humans with plants, and holy fuck, that was a nightmare to begin with, and goddamn, a flamethrower really helped with that.
Oh yeah.
Burn that fucking vault to the goddamn ground.
You know what? Here's the one thing. Here's the one thing that I'm both happy and sad that wasn't in the trailer. Deathstalkers. Tease me with that in the trailer next time. Tease me with that in the next one.
No. Deathstalkers need to be a sudden, oh my fucking god, they're there. I need to run for my life or shoot them all down with a fucking 50 cal.
Because that's how it was.
Cal.
I think it was
bitch,
Vault
you
3.
Nuke them.
No.
Yes.
They are immune to nuclear weapons.
Oh, that's
They
right.
are.
That's right. Shit.
Yeah.
Because they were made for the fucking Chinese-American War before the nukes fell. Because they were made to resist the nukes to send to China.
It's been 5+ years since I've played a freaking Fallout game. So, sorry.
But
Also,
yeah, no, Death Claws. Oh my god.
Fuck those things. Also, I would love if,
Power armor won't save you from a death claw, guys.
No.
Nope. And what's funny is, like, one of the best power armor sets in Fallout 3 is in the town that's just covered in death claws.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the medic armor, which will continuously give you medics while you're in battle and shit. And it's wonderful. Best power armor.
Alrighty.
And it yells at you, too. That's the best thing. It'll sit there just, lead, meat, lead. Here you go, son. Have a bite of vitamin M. And it'll give you the medics right there.
All right, we
You're
need
looking a little
to return
damaged, son. Here, take some stim.
from one area of nerd. By the way, if you haven't figured it out, we're in the trailer arc right now. A lot of trailer stuff going. We're gonna talk about our next one. Okay, we've complained a lot about like how Demon Slayer is being put in theaters, and we're moving on to the next season, and we're just like, let's get the season out there. Apparently, this is gonna be a short fucking season because they're not starting in April. They're starting in May. What?
You moved on, and I just stopped on another freeze frame that's going to be kind of interesting for people to hear, because it looks like NCR versus Brotherhood.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the Hashira training arc, as I was teasing up. So
The
yeah, this
failure
definitely.
training arc, got it.
Yeah. The what?
The failure training arc.
I mean, just because so many of them are like normies.
Because they all die in battle doesn't mean they're not failures, right?
No. No, that's not how this goes. Don't lie to them. The main characters don't die.
Yet.
I mean, everybody does eventually. Why you gotta bring this up? We spent an hour talking about death before. I cried a lot. You shut the hell up. All right. The Hashira training arc.
I'm still salty about Rengoku, okay?
Okay. The Hashira training arc is officially being teased. It will be coming out in May, so definitely going to be a shorter season. But yeah, we've got that coming up to look forward to. Did either of you watch the trailer?
Yes.
What'd you think?
I'm not interested in Demon Slayer anymore.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited. It seems interesting. I enjoyed that they're sitting there like, yeah, so Nezuko's alive. Hey, that's great, but now she's got a big ass target on her head.
Because she can stand in the sunlight and now she can talk. The voice actress can finally get paid.
Yeah, well, no, she's probably been paid. It's just she's been paid for going.
No, my favorite thing has been like some of the get-togethers. If you have not seen Nezuko's birthday, Like they're literally, it's the best thing. The voice actor for Zenitsu comes out, "Happy birthday to you," and like gets her a cake and everything.
Beautiful.
Happy birthday, dear Nezuko. Like does that whole thing. It's so fucking hilarious, dude. It's so good. Please check it out. I'm not doing it
That is
justice in any way,
wonderful.
shape, or form. It's beautiful. All right.
To watch that.
Yeah, the Hashira training arc. What did you think of the actual trailer, though?
It looks really cool. I am very intrigued. Always fun to see more of I forget his name, Pighead.
Inosuke.
Inosuke?
Inosuke, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's hilarious.
It's a training arc.
Um,
This is 100% his arc.
Yeah.
It's his thing.
It's literally his thing. He's like, yes!
And honestly, like I'm a little more excited for the dub because I think the dub for this one has been really good.
Okay.
And I've been keeping up more with it, and the voice they have for Inosuke is amazing, and Zenitsu. And can I just say, oh my god, how is he this buff at the end? Whatever his name is, main character. God, I'm terrible with names.
Tanjiro?
Tanjiro, Jesus. Yeah, God, how is he's what, 13, 14?
Thank you, Richie. I was going to call him
What is-
Deku.
Fuck you!
No,
What?
I'm pretty sure it's the
What is
same
your
voice,
problem,
too.
Fenris? You don't love the absolute icon that is best fantasy 2024 Demon
I have to
Slayer?
ask you two.
Stop,
I have to
Matt.
ask you two. Who would win in a fight between Deku and Tanjiro?
And Tanjiro? It would 100% be Deku. Yeah.
Trick question. They would cry their eyes out and hug each other and say they're friends.
Correct.
But that's not the question you asked. You asked who would win.
No, but it is so true because
Deku.
you know it would be.
You know
a
why?
moment.
You know why? Because Deku can cry way more tears.
That was his quirk all along.
That was
Tears.
that's my secret, Captain. Tears is my quirk.
Oh my god! But no, I could just see that happening. Just be like, I'm on this journey to protect my sister. She's been turned into a demon. What? Your sister was turned into a demon? That's so sad. I know.
And then meanwhile,
I think
sisters just standing
Bakugo
there.
and Inosuke looking at each other like, you want to fight?
Yeah, Bakugo and Inosuke are looking at each other like you want to fight. Uravity or Uraraka is standing next to Nezuko, going, "What's wrong with them?" And Nezuko just looks over, just still got the thing in her mouth.
So the question is, who would be Zenitsu's equal? Would it be fucking Berry Boy with the shit on his head, or one of the others?
Nobody's equal with Zenitsu. Well, actually, no. Mineta would absolutely be
Yeah.
Zenitsu.
Yeah, that's who I meant. Yeah,
Grape Kid. You mean the Grape Kid?
Yeah.
Grape Kid. Yeah. God,
Coward and a pervert. Yep, they're equally matched.
100%, 100%. And like even Zenitsu's got a bit of that pervert streak with him, cause freaking Nezuko.
No, he's not like that with Nezuko at all.
Every other girl, probably.
No, Inosuke isn't. Isn't that what you said?
No, I said Zenitsu.
Zenitsu.
Oh, Zenitsu. Okay, yeah. No, nah, he's like that with every girl. Yeah, Zenitsu's 100% pervy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's based on his cowardness and not about tits and ass.
Yeah, whereas with Mineta, it's 100% just
Yeah.
Everything.
garbage boy.
Alrighty.
Garbage boy.
Let's go from one animation to another. Guys, unfortunately, Rooster Teeth is shutting down. Warner Brothers Discovery announced that they are shutting down Rooster Teeth. There's been a lot of talk about this up until the sad news that we got on Friday. This was going to be the main topic of the show. God damn it, Akira Toriyama! Why'd you have to go and die and ruin Rooster Teeth's headline? The pioneer in digital content creation is going away. Can you believe they've been around for 21 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I used to watch Red vs. Blue in high
2003
school.
back in. I watched it in the army. That was why we loved Red versus Blue so much, because anytime that they were criticizing the military in Red versus Blue, we were like, hey, we've had these conversations. Like, this is legit it. This is us. You know? That's why the military latched onto it, because we're like, Sarge, are you sure this is the way we should do it? This seems kind of stupid. Is kind of literally just our entire thought process in the military.
Even when I went through basic,
Listen,
we're
it's supposed
quoting
to
Red
be
versus
you,
Blue.
Simmons, me, you, me, Simmons, me, Simmons.
I only drink the blood of my enemies, and occasionally a strawberry yoo-hoo. I'm like, God damn it. I fucking love that. All right.
Today's a good day to die. No, today's not a good day to die. Let's move dying to a week from Thursday.
Today is a good day to teleport. I teleported bread. All right, good. We've gone from one to the other.
8 pedals in 6 directions.
What? No, yeah. Why are there 6
Why
pedals
is
if there's
six
only
pedals
4
if there are only
directions?
4 directions?
It's like- I also love when they brought
Firing
Monty
main cannon.
Ohm. I love when they brought Monty Ohm onto Red versus Blue, and you first got that scene in the Warthog, and you saw they actually put 6 pedals in there. I was like, what the fuck?
And you're sitting there like, how?
I remember during one of my training exercises with the fucking
Yeah.
goddamn a blank simulator. I forget what the fuck they're called.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it's that stupid armor thing they had to wear that always went off for no reason. I was standing next to one of my buddies, and his went off, and he looked at me and said, "You team killing fucktard." It's like, my weapon isn't even in my hands.
It's
That's
me!
amazing.
I'm the team killing fucktard! Like, God damn it. But no. Fenris, didn't you know? Women are like Voltron. The more you hook up, the better it gets.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Bow chicka honk honk.
Hey, hold on! I just needed to say, I got a hard line you can use. Bow chicka bow wow. How did you hear that from inside the base? Dude, you have the sniper rifle. I have to have good ears.
What was it? Hey, chicken.
Man, I never thought my laziness to bring ammo would save my life one day.
It's like,
Bow chicka honk honk. How
how'd
did you
teach him
you
that?
taught him that?
Teach? That shit's genetic.
That's what it was.
No. I am allergic to things I don't want to do. I don't want to catch pregnancy. Damn it.
Goddamn shiznos.
I am Michael J. Caboose, and
And
I hate
babies.
I hate taxes. You mean
Texas,
that too.
Yeah. All right, guys,
Oh,
just
fuck.
understand there's a couple of things that we need to discuss about this. The process did start when it was announced, which was on the 6th. So earlier this week, the process did get started on the 6th, but it's expected to take several months. Also, there are IPs that are being shopped around, and there were one IP in particular, I know a lot of people are thinking it, Ruby. That is their iconic franchise now. Red versus Blue is pretty much done and over, and let's be honest, toward the latter half, it kind of fell off.
Speaking of Red versus Blue, they're actually going to end it before Rooster Teeth closes down. The final episode being an homage to everything they've been through.
Gotcha. So, Ruby, with Volume 9, if you watched Volume 9, you're like, holy shit, and especially if you saw the scene that they originally cut that they were going to use originally as an ending that would really tease up Volume 10. Guys, they've apparently been shopping around. Like, they did like a big podcast announcement thing. By the way, the podcast for Rooster Teeth are the only thing that's staying. I'm like, really? You're not going to save Ruby, but you're going to keep the podcast. Okay. But guys, yeah, they've been shopping around since before this announcement to different places. Obviously, we know at least 2 groups that would be interested. Doesn't mean that they're going to be able to pick it up, but at least 2 groups that would be interested. One of those being, of course, Crunchyroll would be very interested to keep Ruby not only on their platform, but to be like, hey guys, we saved Ruby. It's here. Another option, Netflix.
There's also talks of Disney and Kadokawa.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
don't want 'em to go to
there
Disney.
are some
I understand the
interested
reason why. I just
parties.
wanna-
There are some very interested in parties. And like when I say, keep in mind, guys, when I say Crunchyroll, what I really mean is Sony, because Sony has those pockets. So
there's only two companies that I would trust Ruby going to. One would be Sony themselves, the other would be AMC.
yeah, here's my thing, guys. Sony has more money than Disney,
Yeah, they do.
because
They really do.
Sony's an
Sony has,
international
Sony's
company
fingers are
versus
well, not only
everywhere.
that,
Disney's more US based.
well, it's not just because of like region stuff. It's also because they've branched out to a lot more stuff. Sony has, you know, music, movies. Do they have animation? Yeah, Sony has animation, obviously. I questioned myself for a second, then I remembered Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
The best Spider-Man movie.
Unfortunately, Sony
Really just-
is on the topic of Sony. They are shutting down their VTuber branch.
Sony had a VTuber branch?
Yes.
Apparently.
Okay. What was it?
Uh, um,
Wait, is it that one company that everybody was talking about that was absolute crap and lost like 40 of their talents in like a month?
Wow.
Project Prism.
Okay, not the same one.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. They
Anyhow,
also
Except
like
I
they make
auditioned
their
for
own
that a couple years
electronics
ago.
still. There's still Sony TVs, Sony like music systems, the freaking PlayStation. Like Sony's fingers are
PlayStation,
literally
honestly,
everywhere.
looking at all the fucking reports in the worldwide, the PlayStation is the best selling gaming console of
oh
this
yeah,
current generation.
oh
and
yeah.
last
There's
generation.
also I don't know how I forgot that Sony's gaming side, like
Even with the gaming industry going through budget cuts and layoffs, just in general, it's Sony is such a huge company that's literally spanning worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Well, so there's lots of places for different IPs to go. They also said that they're going to release Camp before everything shuts down. So there's that. There's a bunch of like Rooster Teeth Animation has been, let's be honest, keeping Rooster Teeth alive for the last several years.
Even though Rooster Teeth has been at a consistent net loss year over year.
Yeah, but it's been the thing that's been keeping people coming back. Like Ruby is that thing that like here's the thing, if the animation team just focused on one animated project, and of course I'm talking about Ruby, I don't know if they'd take more of a loss or if they might actually be able to break even, but I know that they were working on multiple projects.
If they
And
focused all their time and effort onto just Ruby, they would
yeah,
more than likely broke even.
yeah.
Or, Ruby and Genlock, because Genlock had a lot of promise to it.
Until
I
season
actually
2.
don't know much about Genlock, so
Season 1, just watch season 1. Had a stellar
Season 1
freaking
was
cast.
phenomenal. Season
Okay.
2 really suffered because they took the writers and a lot of the animators from Season 2, put them onto Ruby.
I also haven't seen Camp, but there was I forgot. I think it was like Wandering something or another.
The Nomad of
Mute.
Nowhere.
That's the one. I enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, that was really
and
good. I have
it was a
not
fun
watched
one.
Camp. I haven't watched Camp either, but
Yeah.
I'm the one that started off with Ruby and thought that it didn't get good until the second half of season 3.
Honestly,
I'm
though,
also going to disagree with a lot of other people that were like, Ruby fell off on 4 and 5. Those were the worst 2 seasons. Nope.
No.
Season 1 and 2 of Ruby, even though the action was phenomenal, a lot of that was basically every anime trope I had seen in every anime ever. So it didn't feel
honestly,
distinct.
with Ruby, I can actually see Warner Brothers trying to sell it, but keeping it themselves.
Possibly.
Just because of the Ruby Justice League collab and crossover they had.
Well,
That would make it part of the same DC universe.
Well, they're not going to keep the DCU stuff. Like they can't keep it that way because DCU is changing and rebranding, and I don't think Mr. Gunn is going to be too terribly happy with that. James Gunn might not want to do that.
I can see them keeping it long enough to finish out the DCU, and then when they reboot it to something new, that's when they would
The
sell it.
DCEU or just the
Thank
DCU
you.
in general?
DCEU.
Okay. DCEU is over. It is done.
Okay.
Yeah, the final part of the DCEU got released with, I think it was Aquaman, and that was it.
Okay.
Also, for people who are sitting there saying that the Flash movie was better than the entire Flash TV series, get the fuck out of here. Get a life. You're wrong.
Wait, they're comparing it to the CW series?
Yeah, literally because there's a rumor, because somebody was asking about Grant Gustin, the actor who played Flash in the TV series, and James Gunn actually replied saying he would love to work with Grant Gustin.
I would love that too. Because
And everybody was like, "Oh my god, cast him as Flash, cast him as Flash." I was like, "Okay, there's a difference between CW Flash and movie Flash." Like, and I'm not even talking about the previous movie Flash we had. I'm just saying that how you approach Flash in both in either iteration is different. And let's be honest, CW writing, not exactly the greatest writing out there.
Yeah. Very drama heavy.
Yeah. Somebody did point something out. If you were to cast Grant Gustin as someone in the DCU, but not as Flash, who would you cast him as? And immediately one of the things that really popped out was Reverse Flash. Have Grant Gustin be Reverse Flash. Him be Eobard Thawne. And I'm like,
that would be
oh shit.
funny.
Oh shit, that
Oh
works.
My God.
God, would that be so good?
God.
That works so well.
Shit.
But here's the other thing. You could
could
tell it in two ways.
Well,
you could tell it in two ways because you could have a two-parter for him as Reverse Flash. You introduce Reverse Flash in his own like little story or whatever, and you have him seeming kind of like an anti-hero until the end when he becomes the villain. Like, tell an origin story of Reverse Flash as an anti-hero type of protagonist, and then at the end, that's when he flips and switches, and then he's the villain. And I'm just pitching this. You have a Flash origin movie, then you have a Reverse Flash movie to kind of juxtapose, and then the second Flash movie is taking Reverse Flash and making him the main antagonist in the second Flash. See, wow, this is so hard to do, isn't it, Hollywood? Man. I mean, yes, admittedly, it's just an idea, but I'm like, damn, that would be good. And Grant could kill it.
That's an idea that you can flesh out like with time.
So,
true.
Speaking of one character that can create a fantastic shockwave with wind, onto another.
Oh yeah, this was so cool. By the way, I love that transition. This was so cool. I loved how this YouTube thing was done. Okay, so first off, I know you guys haven't seen much because I only showed you the first episode, but we talked about them. I have changed my rating since watching Mother's Basement break it down. Jeff from Mother's Basement break down the series. I have now changed my rating. I'm giving it a solid B, not an A-, a B. My opinions on certain things differ from his, and that's okay. Some things he liked, I didn't. Some things I liked, he didn't. That's okay. But it was going to be a B- until I realized certain things. And I bumped my rating back up a little bit. Like, number 1, the Cabbage Merchant. He gets to say his line twice. And it's the exact same actor from the show, which once I remembered that, I was like, fuck, I have to bump it up a notch. God damn it. They love this series. Okay. How this was announced was freaking hilarious. If you have not seen it, the link is in the description. I'm going to keep plugging that. So the cast of Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action, we're all together in a call where Daniel Day Kim, Firelord Ozai. Oh, you're watching it?
I am.
Yeah.
I didn't get
Is sitting there explaining some stuff and like he's like, we're not getting a season 2 because they just confirmed 2 and 3, and I'm like, yes, we get to the good stuff. Here's my all right, Netflix cactus juice. We better get the damn cactus juice.
We need the friendly mushroom.
We need the mushy happy friend.
Yeah.
Mushy happy friend.
We drink cactus juice.
Oh.
It'll quench. Here's my other thing. Guys, please, for the love of God, I understand the story you were trying to make. Add some more levity. There needs to be more lightheartedness in book 2. And definitely there needs to be a lightheartedness in book 3, because all right, book 3 is where you could have taken like some of your ideas about making Avatar more mature. That's where they go. Book 3. You know, we didn't, as cool as it was, we didn't necessarily need to actually see the Air Nation getting massacred. There have been some comments about some stuff, and it's like, all right, let's tone certain parts of it down. And yes, I can understand why they made some decisions. Doesn't mean I necessarily agree with them. It did not ruin the show for me, guys. I have seen so many takes of people sitting there going, this is absolute trash, it's the worst thing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, do you not know about the Avatar movie?
There was no such thing.
Yes, there was.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
I refuse to believe M.
We
Night
need to
Shyamalan
learn
had
from
any
the
I have
past.
video
idea.
evidence that
Has
proves
to
otherwise.
exist.
Don't make me download it.
Fake
We
news.
need to learn from the past, so it has to exist.
Yeah, it has to exist because you have to stand on top of shit to make something amazing.
Okay, if the fucking if the Avatar movie was real, then the moon landing is fake.
Okay.
You have fun with that toast.
By the way,
I
we
won't be
landed.
anti-vaxxed on this, damn it.
Okay. We landed on the moon. The moon didn't land on us. This isn't Plymouth Rock. We didn't land on Sherwood Forest. Sherwood Forest landed on us.
Like Boz Sing Sing never happened.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Anyway, so also I just want more time with Azula because she was really starting to develop into her proper character, and I was looking forward to that. Also, didn't know this. Azula is dating Dustin from Stranger Things. I think that's his name.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one with the teeth in Stranger
Yeah.
Things.
I'm
Those
not
two
gonna
actors
lie,
are
I was
dating.
thinking here.
Those two actors are dating. They've been dating for a couple of years now, and I'm like, oh my god, that's cute. That's so cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here thinking, like, if he says Sokka, the actor for Sokka, I'm gonna die laughing. 'Cause
That would be
just seems like a
hilarious.
funny
That would
pairing.
be hilarious.
Like, oh my god.
All right. So, guys, another thing really quick. For some of you who may not have liked the first season, I get it. But I think they did a well enough job with what they did for season 1 that I definitely, when it ended, I was like, all right, I'm on board. I want season 2. I need book 2. I need book 3. Let's get to it. And I'm glad that this got confirmed. I'm so happy for them. Also, guys, don't blame the actors stop blaming the actors for like some of the performances on there. The directors and the editors had a lot of stuff to choose from, and this is what they went with. This is how they directed them. This is how they were guiding. It's not always the actor's fault. Please shut the fuck up.
No,
The
actors
actor
did a
can tell.
phenomenal job.
The actors can straight up tell you. The director can straight up tell an actor, it's like, hey, you're rushing through this dialogue. Take your time. It's okay. We need to let the scene breathe. There are moments like that where a good director can step in and do those things. Now, I'm not solely laying it at the director. There were some dialogue choices that I don't agree with either that need to be reworked in the writing team. Guys, you have so much good material to work with in this series. Please do not make this a greatest hits thing like they tried to do with the UU live action. Take your time with this. We really appreciate it. I can already see from book 1 that there was a massive amount of love in this, though I do agree in some cases that where they change certain aspects of characters' personalities, we need to get back to that. We need to, like, taking away the misogynistic portion of Sokka does hurt his character a little bit because he's supposed to be kind of a backwards snowborn yokel. You can put some of that back in there without it being overbearing. But when you take some of that away, that also affects Katara. So we need to, the character that needs the most love and attention in book 2 is going to have to be Katara, because she has a lot to do. And oh my god, we're getting Toph!
Finally!
be so
Do
much
not
fun.
change that character
Oh my
at
God.
all. You keep Toph Beifong the way she freaking was.
Mm-hmm.
But also we get okay, two things that are absolutely needed in book 3. The beach episode and the Ember Island players.
Mm.
I need to see that horrible play. And if you do not cast the actual cast of the original Avatar: The Last Airbender to play their onstage counterparts, there is no justice in the world. I need Dante Bosco to be there with the wrong-sided scar, and then Dallas, who played. By the way, Dallas and Kim, who did Iroh and Zuko, phenomenal. They are 100% there.
Oh.
That having been said, I need Dallas to scream that his scar is not on the wrong side, because they put the scar on the wrong side. Please just cast the actual cast of Avatar as the Ember Island players. I need that. Especially because
amazing.
nobody's going to recognize Aang's actor.
Not at all.
Here's my other thing. If we don't get the cactus juice thing in season 2, please make it the wacky Sokka and the Ember Island players thing, where he does like a whole cactus juice thing and it makes Sokka cringe. Like, oh my God. And one
I just have to say
surprisingly
one thing,
knowledgeable
Richie.
merchant of cabbage. Just saying.
If they don't have it and you rant to me about it, I only have a couple words to say to you.
Uh-huh.
That's rough, buddy.
That scene better fucking be in there too. That's
It
rough, buddy.
better be
Needs
in
to be
there.
there. Which is funny
Yeah.
because they've
It's so
literally
good.
had Dante Bosco. They've had Dante Bosco and Dallas together for stuff for promo.
Yeah, they were doing photo shoots.
both Zuko's,
Yeah.
and they literally did a "That's Rough, Buddy" together. It was great. I love it.
And even before that, they had both Sokkas do the my first girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
All right. So now that that's happened, and we've gotten that out of the way, Fenris, you got to talk about the next 2, and then Moon, you're going to talk about the 2 after that, so that we have a chance for you to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Back up to Niji Sanji, because we can't seem to ever
Again.
get the fuck away from it.
The
'cause
black
it-
company that just will not go away. Oh no! Did Fat Dog just
Let
get
it die,
blacklisted
let
by
it
the
die,
Niji
let it
stand?
shrivel up and die.
Oh boy.
So,
Okay, we've
Legal
got a couple of
mindset.
things. We got a couple of things that, like, literally, this is like a whole update of shit. Moon,
Oh, yeah.
please tell Moon what's been going on, because he does not know. I guarantee it.
So, just paraphrase everything over the last, 3 fucking weeks.
Yeah,
Niji Sanji,
Moon, how do you like the flavor of your tea? He's about to spill some.
Oh boy, can I get some nice honey ginger, please, with a bit of lemon?
I'm sorry, all I have to offer is perfectly mint.
How that'll work.
So, keep your head back, open your mouth, because I'm about to pour this shit right in there. Over the last 3 weeks, to paraphrase everything, Niji Sanji, a VTuber company out of Japan, has fucked up drastically. But biggest
As well
thing
as
that,
their parent company, Any Color.
essentially they let go of Selen Tatsuki for no good reason whatsoever, and that
Oh no, we
blew
talked
up in
about
a
this
fit.
with him. He knows that much.
Okay,
Yeah, I know that.
okay. What was the last thing you heard about from Niji Sanji in Any Color? So I know where to start.
Let's
fuck.
see.
We haven't talked about it for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like
Yeah,
that.
he keeps. I know he keeps making that hole like much bigger for himself. There's a whole thing about sinking his
His yacht.
third fucking yacht.
Fourth.
Fourth fucking Christ.
Mhm.
And I know there's just like a lot of legal action being like set up, and a whole bunch of people who are ready to come to blows for I forgot the VTuber's name.
Selen
Selen?
Tatsuki and Doki
or
Bird.
or Doki Bird now.
Yeah, Selen. Yeah, the Dragoons are sitting there like, hey, we're gonna fight for you.
And honestly,
To
and
be fair,
Doki
the
Birds,
Dragoons had mostly moved on.
the Dragoons and Doki Bird both have all agreed that, hey, it's over. Let's just stop it. But you got everybody else here diving deep into this
I mean,
because
Doki Bird's
the
career
fuck.
has just taken off.
Oh God,
Mm.
dude! The other day she had a fucking collab with I think it was Fruit, Amelie, and Sayu.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That is fucking huge for an indie.
I mean, they're mostly all indies too. No,
I mean,
Fruit
yeah,
is
they're
with
all.
Beef JoJo, but
I mean, yeah, Sayu and Amelie are both indie, but they're some of the more well-known indies out there.
mm-hmm. Oh, it's because they started off with a huge fan base as well.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. So Sayu
So
and Monarch, the Scuff Queen herself.
yes. Uh,
That could be a whole
Oh.
different video, dude. That's how
could
we
be a
cheer up
huge-
each other next week. Is just talk about the amount of scuff that Monarch goes through,
God damn.
and how
yes.
she does not understand tech of any kind.
No. I feel so bad for Sayu though, because
Yep.
I feel so
The
bad.
fuck
for
is Shiego? You mean Shigo? No, Shiego. Don't ruin this for me. Her name is Shigo. Bro, I don't even watch Kim Possible and I know that shit. Come on.
You don't? Come on, that is a great series.
I was far
He was
into my
quoting-
adult years by that time.
So
And
So,
I'm
but-
not getting horny over cartoon teenagers when I'm an adult.
who said anything about getting horny?
That's 90% of that fan base.
I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I think Totally Spies has a bit worse.
Just because one is worse than the other doesn't mean that like my statement does not stand true. Okay,
He's
talk
out of
about
line, but he's right.
yeah, exactly. Talk about this week and half of last week. Just the legal mindset stuff that was
So,
going on.
Yeah.
With
If you really want to catch up on basically everything and listen to a very good deep dive and very
he doesn't have that
informed
much
deep dive
time.
of I'm just saying to anybody who's listening, a
Uh-huh.
good informative deep dive, go back and watch Legal Mindsets streams on this, because he's a lawyer. He goes in and actually figures out what's happening, what's right, what's wrong, according to the country that it's supposed to take place in.
And the contracts of said countries. So he talked about Selen's termination stuff.
Yep.
And that led to more people talking to him about the VTuber community and like contracts within the community and things like that. And then a former Niji person that got fired a year previously that had kind of been like, hey, I'm warning you what's happening here. Well, it turns out what had happened to them recently that they announced.
The exact same thing, basically. And Legal Mindset got a hold of a
Oh, no.
blank.
Hold on before you get that. 3 hours. Remember, she had 3 hours to sign a final contract. Remember, a silencing contract? Is that what you were getting to? I thought you were getting to the other one.
I was getting to both.
Oh, my bad.
But as Richie had mentioned, the VTuber, I don't remember the name, once you got released, terminated, fired, whatever the fuck you want to call it, forcibly graduated, she had 3 hours to sign an NDA on everything, basically.
No, she'd already signed an NDA. She had to sign a silencing contract that said she couldn't even talk about Niji in any way, shape, or form once she had left, because they were going to graduate her.
So they had
And quote unquote leave on amicable terms.
They had framed that silencing contract as another NDA.
But she'd already signed an NDA.
An NDA to work with them.
Mm.
And another NDA for her termination, graduation, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
And she had
Legal bullshit.
3 hours to sign that and send it back.
Otherwise, she would be found in breach of her
contract.
initial contract,
Mm-hmm. And terminated.
which Legal Mindset got a copy of a blank Niji-san contract.
That
which,
somebody from Niji leaked, by the way. Like somebody who's currently in Niji.
And holy fuck, it is bad to the point where even the Japanese government that country that Niji Sanji's in is calling it immoral and unlawful.
Mm-hmm. So
And
now,
this is Japan,
there's
a
a lot
country
of.
that's known for taking the side of corporations.
Mm-hmm. So now there is a whole thing of Japanese lawyers and legal people within Japan that got in touch with him and are like, "No, this is messed up. Even by our standards, dude. This is depraved. This is
Which,
not okay."
here, I have a general synopsis of everything the contract says in front of me right now.
Oh, what?
So, to start, as for payment, most stuff is subject to separate agreements. However, the contract does cover super chats and maybe sponsorships. In this case, after any potential cuts taken by YouTube and or Apple, Nichi Sanji takes a cut of 50%. Any income made as the VTuber has to go through Nichi. Nichi Sanji may compel the liver to purchase anything the company considers required to the work, but will only reimburse up to 200,000 yen or 1,333 US dollars.
A lot of these models cost over 10K to make.
Mm-hmm.
So
Talents
these people
must-
are in debt.
Talents must provide certain information to Niji Sanji. This may be a mistranslation for personal information. However, in the contract as written, this in theory requires the liver to turn over nearly any information Niji Sanji wants. Livers are under an obligation to cooperate, including attending meetings, etc. Livers must procure materials under their own cost and responsibility. They may not be used for any other purpose, be altered, reproduced, or transferred, but still belong to Niji Sanji. If a liver somehow does gain copyright over anything, it's immediately transferred to Niji Sanji. Once the contract ends, livers need to return everything they used in their works. It seems to be written to include any of their personal property they use, if any, as well.
So literally,
Their computers that they use for this, they would have to turn over to Niji Sanji by the contract.
Also their models and everything, like literally they have to pay for it.
Oh,
The liver has to pay for all this shit. But
So,
Niji
Richie-
keeps the copyright and everything.
Richie, that was
Yeah.
page 1 of 3.
Oh, I'm aware. I am well aware.
But yes, anything the liver pays for, according to this blank contract,
Belongs
they have to turn over
Niji.
to Niji Sanji.
Yeah, it's effed up. No wonder Doki was like, holy shit, I can do all these things when like Mr. Man was actually being a manager.
Yes. Livers are contractually prohibited from streaming a long list of stuff, including images that induce bullying, harassment of a third party, images that may cause trouble or comfort to a third party, or anything Niji Sanji considers inappropriate. Ironic. If a liver is suspended or terminated, Niji may terminate livers at any time without reason. They owe a penalty equal to 50% of income through this contract for an unspecified period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
No, that's
Legitimately.
no. All of that was bullshit. Legitimately, dude. But yeah, this is like
Correct,
This is
but like,
this is like the next step up the mountain. Trust me, this shit pile gets taller.
Oh, it gets worse, yes.
Yeah.
If they specifically breach the list of things they can't stream, the penalty is equal to the amount of money they made while in breach or the amount they made in the prior 12 months, whichever is higher.
So either the whole stream is theirs, or they just take 100% of all revenue over the past year. Continue.
Niji Sanji does not guarantee that livers make any money at all. Niji doesn't guarantee anything at all, really. Notably, it's the liver's responsibility to know if any given thing is legal, to deal with copyright strikes, or to deal with disputes with vendors or artists. Niji specifically limits any amount they will pay to the liver for breach of contract on their side to the money the talent made in the previous 6 months, even in cases where Niji Sanji has been intentionally or grossly negligent. However, if a liver causes any amount of monetary damage to Niji Sanji, they need to repay that in full.
So here's my thing. Even the Niji stands are turning on Niji now. Their biggest supporters are starting to turn on them. Like, it's like, oh no. Like, nobody blames the Livers. In fact, this makes the Livers look like bigger victims. And so now that black video definitely feels like, oh, it was recorded with a gun to their head, because if they didn't do it, their careers were just gone. And then not only that, but they'd have to pay Niji back for everything. So financially, they would be screwed.
And lastly, the last page,
Oh, God.
if disputes, including legal disputes, arise between livers, Niji Sanji must be notified, but otherwise does not do anything. They do not mediate or mitigate. If a liver is terminated, they must turn over any deliverables on which work has already started, music videos, streams, etc. Niji Sanji may amend the contract, and the liver is assumed to have agreed if they don't object in 14 days, or if they pretty much do anything in their VTuber persona. Note that Niji Sanji dictates the communication channels and may comply a liver to do things like tweet. So they may, contractually, compel a liver to tweet some random thing, thus agreeing to contract amendments they didn't even know exists.
All right, so just the TLDR here. Niji Sanji is not a VTuber company. It is literally an internet racket.
And the last part.
We've got so little time to keep going.
Oh, it's like 2 more sentences.
Niji Sanji makes those companies in India that scam people out of their money at call centers look tame in comparison.
So, very last sentence of this. The contract is specified as surviving the end of the contract.
Yeah, I can keep going.
It goes on after the contract has ended, yes.
We'll see how much longer that keeps going.
Or an unspecified amount of time.
Because the Japanese government is coming for any color. Like, some people are looking at this. Then the most recent update with that information. So the contract came out. Then Niji started attacking artists, artist drama stuff. We found out Any Color was bullying certain artists, and then more information. Like, they keep just dropping the bomb. It's like they don't understand what PR is. But I'm not surprised, because they only hire high school students to be their managers, who barely speak English. So Any Color is just a group that takes advantage of other people. Also, when their CEO released his apology video, he didn't apologize to the fans or anything. He apologized to the investors. That shows you exactly where their thought process is. So many people were asking how you could sign a contract like this. Like, what situation were you in that you would sign a contract like this? And I mean, I kind of have to agree, but yeah, I think desperation and the fact that they have a limited amount of time to actually sign it, so they're not able to look everything over.
Or bring it to a lawyer to have them look it over and tell them how bad of an idea it is.
This is fucking terrible. All right, so moving on from
one big titty anime girl to the next.
I was gonna say, I was like, Moon, please tell us why New Blood wants anime titties.
I thought I thought I was supposed to read this one, but okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Fenris. Sorry.
Okay.
This was his second story. My bad. That's me. I fucked up.
Welcome to Anime Church. We fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
New Blood Boss wanted Dusk to be as moddable as Doom and Skyrim. Quote, if there's not anime big titty waifus in Dusk by the time we're done with SDK, then we haven't done it right. Unquote.
So many based takes from the gaming devs this year. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Gentlemen, I think we need to salute this company.
No, we already did that with democracy. You know what? That's gonna happen, Fenris. When I finally get everything hooked up properly, on my computer, and if it's working correctly, we're gonna go play Helldivers, and the first thing I'm gonna turn around and go, "Hey Vegeta, remember the bunk planet?" God damn it!
So
And
before
this is
Dusk
Moon. He was a prison bitch. God damn it! Sorry.
Listen, you don't gotta bring it up.
Before Dusk HD ballooned into a full overhaul of the game's graphics, it was meant to be a companion piece to an oft-requested feature for the beloved 2018 Boomer shooter, a full software development kit (SDK)
Damn
for
boomers.
modders to run wild with, alongside Steam Workshop support for those mods. You see what people do with Skyrim, New Blood boss Dave Oshry said in a recent interview. If there's not anime big titty waifus in Dusk by the time we're done with the SDK, then we haven't done it right. We're not going to make those official, contrary to popular belief, Dusk very HD. The studio head was maybe kidding when he invoked those colorful cultural exports of Nexus mods, but it came from a very real place of wanting Dusk to have that potential as a modding destination. People can do whatever they want to Dusk. Dusk HD might have gotten carried away and become this crazy project, but at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a showcase for what you can do with a 5-year-old game and the added modules. To that end, maybe the coolest thing about the SDK is its ability to load map files from a bevy of classic FPS engines. Early on, we made the decision that the game would load .bsp files, which are the same level as Quake, Half-Life, and the Source engine used, said New Blood programmer Ben Zombie Moyer. It's kind of insane because for a lot of different games, you can just copy the maps in and Dusk will load them. It just works. It wasn't an easy process when asked what it took to implement such broad compatibility. Moore merely quipped, "What went into it? Years of my life." I fucking love this company
Not
more
wrong.
as I go
This
through.
guy's great.
Oh, they're two different people in this, and I love this company so
It's even
far.
better.
That's great. I just heard
More,
the best comparison of the day, and I felt I wanted to share it with you. Uh, Akira Toriyama's passing is equal in terms to Robin Williams because that's how much he shaped our culture. And I'm like,
yeah.
damn, that's so kind of true. Like, damn. All right, sorry.
That one hits hard.
Back to anime titties.
More, however the fuck you say his last name, seems grateful for the challenge, though, noting that he is now a much more experienced programmer than at the project's start. He also notes that the continuity with FPS history could really set Dusk modding apart. It means that when people make custom levels, there's all these different tools and there's all this documentation and video references out there that they can use, and this big community of decades of people making maps for other games that they can pull resources from. New Blood already showcased a Half-Life map conversion for Dusk all the way back at the SDK's alpha release in 2020, but I'm eager to see where people go with Source stuff in particular. A lot of my adolescence was on that engine, and I want Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines map conversions for Dusk yesterday.
Hmm.
As somebody who's recently started working in the how can I put this? Dipping their toe into the game development and level building and all that. Holy fuck, there's a lot of work that goes into this.
Years of his life. What went into this? Years of my life.
Like, holy fuck, dude. That's amazing. And yes, I would also be just dismayed and disappointed if big titty anime waifus didn't show up in that game because I own it.
For real. They are all over like Skyrim and so many others. So like come on.
And this is using map features and files from early 2000s. Anybody can make stuff for it. You can literally run it on a fucking
Especially
potato.
if anyone knows the amount of shit people have made just for Source Filmmaker and the amount of stuff people make in Source Filmmaker, I've Newgrounds is a wonderful place. Let me just
It really is.
Whew.
Okay.
I've dabbled a bit. I've worked on animations, sort of. They're shitty, but you know.
All right.
From one guilty pleasure to another. Moon, please take the next topic.
Yes.
But you're killing it on these transitions today, Fenris.
I
For
really
real.
am.
Staff of biggest pirated anime site aimed at Japanese viewers found guilty. Japan's Content Overseas Distribution Association, CODA, an organization that aims to reduce worldwide piracy and actively promote the international distribution of Japanese content, reported on Monday that the 4 people arrested in 2023 in suspicion of being associated with B9 Good, one of the largest anime piracy sites aimed at Japanese people, have been found guilty. On December 26th, the People's Court of Taizo Pharmaceutical High-Tech Industrial Development Zone of Jiangsu Province sentenced male A to 3 years in prison, suspended for 3 years and 6 months. Male A was also charged with 1.8 million yuan, about 250,000 US dollars, fine for copyright infringement by a joint crime in which male A is the main offender. In court, male A admitted to the charges against him and expressed his remorse and apology. Court took into consideration that this was the first offense and that male A voluntarily admitted to the charges and was willing to accept the punishment. Hence, the punishment was reduced to a suspended sentence. If male A remains on good behavior for 3 years and 6 months, he will not serve time in prison. Additionally, female B, who was paid by male A to upload anime and other contents on the site without the rights holder's permissions, was sentenced to 1 year in prison, suspended for 1 year and 6 months for copyright infringement. As a joint offender with male A, female D, who was also paid to upload illegal contents on the site, was sentenced to 8 months in prison, suspended for 1 year and for the same offense. A third uploader, male C, who was being investigated at the same time, was subject to exemption measures stipulated by the Chinese criminal law. Male A rented servers in China, Canada, Japan, and other countries from 2008 to February 2023, operating the site for approximately 15 years, changing the site name and domain to Blue920, B9DM, and B9Good. The site's contents were uploaded by either male A himself or by female B or D. It was found that a total of 45,880 anime and other contents had been posted on the site illegally. It was also found that male A had obtained 1,777,000, how lucky, thousand yuan, about $246,000, in unfair advertising revenue. On February 14th, 2023, Chinese authorities arrested male A, then from February 18th to March 21st, 2023, female B, female D, and male C were searched and interrogated. The Public Security Bureau also seized a 4 million yuan, about $555,000 now, house that male A had purchased with money from the site. Between January 2021 and December 2022, the total number of visits to the site have exceeded 300 million. CODA began issuing removal requests for the site in October 2016 and has since sent over 10,000 removal requests. CODA had filed a complaint with China regarding the piracy site. 6 companies that submitted requests to CODA for criminal detection were Avex Incorporated, TV Tokyo, Toei Animation, Toho, NHK, and Bandai Namco Filmworks. Several other CODA companies also confirmed damages caused by the piracy site, including Katakawa, Kodansha, Shogakukan, Studio Ghibli, wow, Tezuka Productions, TV Asahi, TMS, Pony Canyon, Yoshimoto Kogya Holdings, Yomiuri Telecasting Corporation, and Wow Wow. According to CODA, this marks the first time that criminal charges have resulted in the criminal arrest of operators and uploaders of pirated Chinese websites. CODA, with support from the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, METI, launched the Cross-Border Enforcement Project, CBEP, in 2021 to identify operators of piracy websites by conducting digital forensics and open-source intelligence research. In January 2022, the CODA Beijing office was recognized as a non-governmental organization, and one of its business activities was to protect legitimate rights of member companies. These developments facilitated in the identification and criminal prosecution of the piracy site operator. CODA and Tokyo Otaku Mode started the Manga Anime Guardians project in 2014 in order to protect manga and anime content overseas. Coda began posting manga specifically created to counter piracy on its official website as part of MAGP in June 2020.
You know the funny thing about this? We've reported the initial arrests almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Like, I think the article we read was posted back on March 20th, 2023. So it's amazing it takes so long for stuff like this to go through the courts.
Oh boy. Well, it's just nice to see. It's just nice to see some of these people get their just desserts. That's why,
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys, anybody who like talks about piracy, in a joking way about the anime industry, not a fan. Not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, be pirate, and I'm like, no, that's not the One Piece way. Like Oda's not for that kind of piracy. That's not.
Yeah, no,
that's
no,
not
no,
what's
no.
happening here. Whew. Okay. You got another transition, anybody? Oh no, Fenris. He's been on it. He's been killing it with the transitions. I love that I say that right as he chews something, so I can
Yeah,
put
for
him
real.
right on the spot.
He is the saint of snackos, and you have interrupted his snackos. What are you doing?
I mean,
You interrupted my groove.
it's your
I'm
fault.
sorry, but
It's
you
your
threw off
fault
the
for.
Emperor's groove.
It's absolutely your fault for like having such fire transitions. Okay, here's the good news, guys. The last 3 articles that we're going to be talking about are absolutely in order. So,
Yes.
so you don't have to use the YouTube system now. All right, let's do it.
So from awarding one group of people with jail sentences to a whole nother award,
This
it works. Okay.
on fire today.
It's not your strongest one today, but it's good. It's
No,
good.
but it's still good. It's still good. Heavenly Delusions wins 10th Anime Trending Awards. The 10th Annual Anime Trending Awards announced its winners on Saturday, and Heavenly Delusion won Anime of the Year, as well as 4 more awards. Our titles, almost said titles, our titles that dominated the awards this year were Oshinoko with 7 awards, as well as Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, Season 2, with 3 awards. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 with 2 awards, The Eminence in Shadow with 2 awards, and My Happy Marriage with 2 awards. The full list of winners is below. Am I going through the list? Anime of the Year, Heavenly Delusion. Anime Movie of the Year, The Tunnel of Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes. Boy of the Year, Ghoul Jeturk, Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury. Girl of the Year, Kana Arima. Ooh, Kana Arima.
Kana Arima.
Oshinoko.
Oh, Oshinoko.
Yeah, I read that wrong.
Okay, there we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Also,
Girl of the Year,
I
let's
don't know
go.
if Heavenly Delusion is Anime of the Year, but you know what? I can agree with it winning. It was damn good.
Yeah. This is based on just what was trending.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it's like, yeah. Where was I? Couple Ship of the Year, Kyotaro and Anna, The Dangers in My Heart.
I haven't watched that
Supporting
series.
Boy of the Year. Supporting Boy of the Year, Ghoul Jeturk. God, how do you? Am I saying that name right?
Ghoul Turk.
Ghoul.
Or it could be
So
Ghoul.
weird.
I don't remember.
Ghoul Jeturk. Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury.
I
Season
don't
2.
even think he's
Supporting
the best
Girl of the Year.
supporting character.
He's not.
Yeah,
No.
he's not that great of a character.
Well, just wait
But
for
yes, he has a lot
Supporting
of,
Girl of the Year is also Kana Arima?
No, that one makes sense.
Oshinoko?
Yeah,
does.
that one makes more sense than Mr. Jeturk.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Best in Adapted Screenplay, Oshinoko.
Oh yeah.
Best
I'll
in
give it-
Animation. Best in Animation, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Best in Character Design, Oshinoko again.
Whoa. Okay. Even though I probably would have given that to Hell's Paradise.
Fair enough. Best in Episode Directing and Storyboard, Their Choices, Heavenly Delusions Episode 8.
Okay.
Best in Original Screenplay, Buddy Daddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best in Sceneries and Visuals, Heavenly Delusion.
I can agree with that 100%. Jesus Christ. So good.
Best in Soundtrack, Vinland Saga Season 2.
Have not watched.
I can see that.
Okay, this one I do agree with. Best in Voice Cast, Oshinoko.
Yeah.
They all
Yeah.
did a
Sub or
beautiful
dub?
job.
Which one are they
Uh,
talking about?
It doesn't say specifically, but I will assume sub.
I mean, both were good, which is so
Fair
sad
enough.
because so many people were hating on the dub for that. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Which is hilarious when you realize that was it Akane? The girl that the
Akane.
girl that almost took a short walk off a very small bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When
It's
you
a long
realize
walk
that,
off of a short bridge.
no, it was one small step for her, one giant leap for gravity. But no, in the English dub, Akane was played by Milim.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Milim Nava.
Yeah.
So same voice actors, Kristen McGuire. So, yeah.
Opening theme song of the year, no one's surprised, Idol by Yoasobi. Or Yoasobi. Ending theme song of the year, Red Birthmark by Aina the End from Mobile Suit Gundam from Mercury Season 2.
I can definitely see that.
Okay, best voice acting performance. Pretty sure this is just the Japanese. Male Seichiro Yamashita as Sid Shadow Kageno, the Eminence in Shadow.
Yeah.
Best voice acting performance. Female Reina Ueda as Mio Saimori, My Happy Marriage.
Yeah, not a very happy marriage.
Action and adventure anime of the year, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
That tracks.
Comedy anime of the year. Comedy anime of the year, Mashal, Magic and Muscles. Let's go.
Okay. I
I'm
can
happy
understand
about
it. I can understand it. I honestly think that Spy Family was probably more comedic and funny.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Actually.
Like
I need to catch back up on
Yeah,
Spy
yeah.
Family. I've been doing good at keeping up with Mashal and Solo Leveling. I actually watched episode 8 yesterday.
oh no,
Or
I'll
nine,
watch
episode 9.
Okay. I was gonna say
I
nine.
did watch 9.
Nine way better.
I
than 8.
misspoke.
9 way better.
But yeah,
than
I watched
8.
episode 9. It was so good, and I cannot wait to get to that scene.
Yeah, it's gonna be
my
so good.
God.
Yeah,
I'm going to
I was
enjoy that.
I was really kind of sad that they didn't put the music in there for that, but I also like I will say that with episode 9, I like how they're playing into the more he continues, the less human he becomes. Like I love that they're playing into that. That's great.
I really loved that. And like I think they had music going on there because it was just such a tense scene. It was just, all right, this is what you're doing. I need you to calm down, otherwise this ain't gonna end well. All right, system's telling me. All right, we're doing this. God. Okay. Drama anime of the year, Oshinoko. Fantasy anime of the year. Hopefully it didn't count whatever it's called. Fuck.
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer.
Yeah. But fantasy anime of the year, Eminence in Shadow.
Yes, I can see that.
Music anime of the year, Blue Orchestra. Mystery or psychological anime of the year, Heavenly Delusion.
Okay. Wait, was there a best fantasy category and did I miss it?
Yes, it was Eminence
Yes, fantasy
Shadow
anime
that
of
won.
the year, Eminence in Shadow.
Fuck you.
Better than
What,
Demon
you
Slayer.
think Demon Slayer deserved it?
No, God no. Fuck that. No. I think that
So a lot of these
at
I've noticed.
least it's in the genre technically it's still in the genre, but like yeah, I would have preferred like a Mushoku Tensei or I'm sorry, best fantasy Free Run.
I can see that. I will fully agree, Richie. However, I will gladly acknowledge that they're including Hulu and High Dive into this over just what's on Crunchyroll.
Oh no, there's you
Fair.
got no.
Fair.
Here's the thing, guys. There were plenty of shows that were in the lineup for the anime awards that weren't Crunchyroll.
The only one I can remember is Oshinoko, and that's because of how big it was.
Heavenly
Well, there's
Delusion.
That's Hulu.
No, that's Disney. It's
Same company.
Either way, I
Yeah,
don't think it was in the Crunchyroll.
yeah,
it wasn't Crunchyroll. It
was.
wasn't.
It was in
It
the
was?
Anime
Okay.
Awards. It was in the Anime Awards. Yeah, Heavenly
Okay.
Delusion was in the Anime Awards. They just didn't call it anime. I don't think they called it Heavenly Delusion. They called it by its Japanese title.
Mm.
But yeah, it was there in several categories. But yeah, Oshinoko. I mean, that's because most of the anime that comes out is on Crunchyroll. Like Crunchyroll
Fair.
has a lock on the market, and just
That's
from
why they don't need to be able to buy more.
here's my thing from a pricing standpoint of like not having to pay for another fucking streaming service. I kind of like that, but like from a monopoly standpoint, I don't like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm conflicted. I prefer all my anime to be at one place where I could just pay for it legally and watch it all.
It'd
But
be great if VRV kept up with that.
at Verve.
Right?
But here's the
I
thing.
miss Verve.
Here's the thing.
So
Verve
close.
is a Crunchyroll thing. It was a
It was,
Crunchyroll
yes. But back when it was a single subscription and you got Rooster Teeth, High Dive, Funimation, and Crunchyroll.
thing. You didn't get Funimation and High Dive were separate from each other. They didn't add High Dive until after Funimation had left. They were not combined.
Which I
together.
think worked
And
out
it was-
better, honestly.
And it was Sentai Filmworks, and then they went and made High Dive, and then they were like, "Nah, we're doing our own thing."
Hmm.
Yeah, Verve did work for quite a while,
It did, yes.
but
and
now
it was a
Crunchyroll
fantastic
Crunchyroll
place.
has assimilated basically everything that was on Verve.
Fair.
Aside from its awesome multimedia platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
Yep. Romance anime of the year, My Happy Marriage.
What was?
Sci-fi.
My Happy
Duet.
Marriage.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That is a horrible romance anime of the year.
Yeah. Like
don't know
I'd be
anything
more
about it,
willing.
so I'm
I'd be
like,
more willing to give it to Yamada-kun at level 999, and that wasn't even that great. No, that's not the best romance by a long shot. Okay,
Stockholm
then.
anime of the year.
yeah, Stockholm
Oh.
Syndrome anime of the year, 100%.
All right.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Sci-fi or mecha anime of the year, Dr. Stone, New World. Slice of life anime of the year, Spy Family Season 2.
How is that a sci-fi or mecha? Well, okay,
No,
I
that's
can
Slice
kind of
of
see
Life.
the sci-fi. No, I'm still stuck on Dr. Stone. I could kind of,
Oh.
I guess I could kind of see the sci-fi aspect in a way, but they have, I mean, yeah, it's all science, and it is in
Yeah.
a fictional world. All right, you know, fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
done
Yeah,
complaining.
it's still
Dr.
science
Stone,
fiction.
yeah, I can understand. It's just the mecha part that threw me, and I'm like, bro, Mecha Senku
or
is not a
mecha.
real mecha thing. Like,
Not yet.
shut up.
Nice.
Don't you go building a fucking Gunpla model of Senku. All right.
not that-
Sports
I'm not
anime
that
of the
good at
year.
What?
Sports anime
Not-
of the year.
So I'm not that good at building.
I'm not talking about
Gunpla
you. I was talking about Moon.
No.
Sports anime of the year, Blue Lock.
Yes! Also, is there even a sports
Supernatural.
category in the Anime Awards?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
remember.
Why is that not a category?
There's so many
here's-
sports anime out there.
There's so many categories
here's-
they are lacking on.
Like this one, Supernatural anime of the year.
Yes!
Yes.
Even though it went to Heavenly Delusion, but still.
Oh no, Heavenly Delusion's still way better than like. No, I'm sorry. Demon Slayer can go fuck itself. Heavenly Delusion was a better supernatural series.
All right.
I mean,
this one
I
wanted-
honestly-
I want to toss up between Dark Gathering and Heavenly Delusion.
No. I would also say that Hell's Paradise is a much better supernatural anime than Dark Gathering. Even though
Ghost
Dark
Stories.
Gathering does like go more towards the occult side of things, Hell's Paradise is just fuck. Oh my god, dude, it was so good. Yeah, Demon Slayer not even the best in its own category, 100%. Yeah.
On Twitter, the community posted messages from winners such as Heavenly Delusion, director Hiro Takamori, voice actress Megumi Han, Yoasobi, voice actor Lord Seiichiro Yamashita, My Happy Marriage director Takehiro Kubota, Oshinoko scriptwriter Jin Tanaka, Vinland Saga Season 2 composer Yutaka Yamada, Oshinoko character designer Kana Hirayama, and Oshinoko director Daisuke Hiramaki. Last year, Bocchi the Rock won the community's Anime of the Year award and also won 7 other categories. The Fruits Basket, the final anime, took the top spot for the 2021 award, and Akudama Drive won the 2020 Anime of the Year award.
See, it's not just about Crunchyroll making themselves look good. This is actual anime awards. Yeah. Well, it's not just that either. It's like they spend too much money on their fucking award show when they need to have, number one, more awards, and number two, they need to diversify out besides just the popular kids. Remember, everybody hated on Shonen, and then everybody hated on Isekai, and now we're hating on the popular kids. Yeah, that's where we're going. Alrighty. Whew. Moon, bring us home with the next one.
All right. High Dive launches updated website apps with offline viewing. New user interface.
I took a look.
High Dive announced.
Much better on the website side of things. I took a look. Oh my god, it's so much better. This is shit that I wish we'd had a year ago. But now High Dive actually runs. Oh, I haven't started watching a video yet, but I'm hoping that like you can do certain things, like please have the skip intro button on there, skip credits, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, based, please do that.
100%.
Yeah.
High Dive announced on Thursday that it has updated its streaming service website and apps for Apple TV, 4K, iPhone, Android Mobile, Android TV, Roku, and Fire TV. The new website and apps feature offline viewing and a redesigned user interface, a simplified menu, updated search and watch history functions, the option for many customized watch lists, and enhancements for content discovery, curation, and playback. Sentai Filmworks is a global supplier of anime and official merchandise. The company's brands include the High Dive streaming service, SentaiFilmworks.com, Anime Network, Cable Video on Demand, and Sentai Studios. Sentai Filmworks has licensed numerous anime, including Made in Abyss, Akame Kill, Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma, and Parasite: The Maxim. The service hit in certain areas outside of North America, starting on December 14th. AMC Networks acquired Sentai Holdings, LLC, which includes Sentai Filmworks and the High Dive streaming service in January 2022. The acquisition includes all of the member interests from Cool Japan Fund, Incorporated, a public-private Japanese investment fund. AMC Network's portfolio includes AMC Plus, Acorn TV, Shudder, Sundance, Now, and All Black. Spelled ALLBLK. I think I read that right.
All right. It is that time. Fenris, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, brief hiccup in the internet.
Okay. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, those are always fun. All right, gentlemen.
Oh my god, we are eating good this season.
Yeah, we are. Okay.
Yeah, we are.
You know what? Actually, that's the perfect place to start us off. Moon, why don't you take us from the top?
Okay. Number 1, we've got Konosuba Season 3.
Konosuba.
Konosuba.
There we
Number
go.
2, we've got the Demon Slayer, of course.
Hashira Training Arc. Yeah.
Yep. Number 3,
What we're all excited
Slime Time, baby.
for. Here's the beautiful thing. Guys, can you believe that we're just 3 weeks away from season 3 of Slime?
Close.
We are just 3 weeks away. All right. Next. All right.
Number 4, Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Part 2.
That's number 5. You skipped number 4.
No, that is number 4.
No,
Number 4 on my screen is My Hero Academia.
Well, your screen
That's
is wrong
number
because
5 on
that's
my
number
screen.
5.
How the hell?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you just refresh it?
Let me refresh right quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally
Fuck.
what I'm looking at, it's number 5. Season 7 of My Hero Academia
fuck?
is number 5.
Fuck you, internet.
The internet said, nah, you're gonna be different.
And then number
I'm gonna
6.
be wrong today.
Number 6, The Misfit of Demon King Academy 2, Part 2.
Yep. So the part that they were on hiatus for, they finally got finished. I don't know if it's actually gonna recover from that, man. There was so much damage done. All right. Fenris, you take over. Oh God, we were talking about this. There's a lot of like season 3s. As we were lightly going over this, Fenris and I realized there were a lot of season 3s that we didn't know had season 2s. We're like, wait,
Exactly.
when was season 2? You know, we're looking at season 3 announcements. We're like, wait, what? So there's a lot of that.
Starting off, Kaiju number 8.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that. I know nothing about
so
this.
good.
I know
I've read
nothing
the
about
manga.
this. I saw
God.
I saw the trailer for it and I was like, yeah, this is okay. And then and then halfway through the twist and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So the
down.
trailer doesn't give you the full twist.
I get it. But this is like beginning story twist. Basically, here's what the trailer covers. There are people turning into kaijus. This guy is like somebody that helps like the aftermath of kaijus or fights kaijus, something like that.
Yeah, he's the cleanup crew that gets rid of the kaiju bodies.
The rescue and cleanup crew, right?
Oh no, he's not part of the rescue. He's literally just the guy
so
who cleans up the kaiju.
He cleans up the kaijus. He's in love with this girl who is part of the take down the kaiju squad or whatever.
Because they were childhood friends.
Yeah. And so that whole thing, it's building up. It's like, all right, yeah, it's typical. And then this motherfucker turns into a kaiju.
Yep.
That is the twist. He becomes the kaiju. It's fucking hilarious. How it happens is hilarious. This is so interesting, and I'm here for it. Sorry. Next
up, Data Live Season 5.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even remember the last time I heard Data Live before this.
All right.
Then, The Irregular Magic High School Season 3.
I didn't know there was a second season. I loved Season 1. It was so interesting.
Season 2 was really good.
Was it?
Yes. It leads into the honor student at the irregular honor student at Magic High School.
I'm gonna have to watch Season 2. All right, I'm gonna get crucified for this. Never seen the original.
Next up, remake of Spice and Wolf.
Okay, I never saw the original Spice and Wolf, so
that's okay. Me neither.
Well,
we expect that from you.
I know everyone expects it from me.
And then Laid Back Camp Season 3.
I've never heard.
Where the fuck was Season 2?
No, I've never heard of this. Now I knew about Sound Euphonium though.
I'd never heard of Sound Euphonium.
No, okay, I'd never heard of Laid Back Camp.
Kind of heard of it. It's just interesting. Gay girls playing brass.
Gay girls in it.
Yeah, gay girls in it.
All right. So I will take the next 6. Coming up, we have Whisper Me a Love Song. Okay. Nice. The one that Fenris has not shut up about, but I wish he would.
Looking forward to this.
Go Loser Ranger. Also, what the fuck is going on here? We're taking a time machine? Who hopped in the hot tub time machine? Why am I seeing Black Butler Public School Edition? You motherfucker, get out of the hot tub. Right. A Condition Called Love. Windbreaker.
Oh, how sad.
Unnamed Memory. Okay.
Take it. I got the next 6.
Yep.
Okay. I was reincarnated as the 7th prince, so I could take my something. It trails off there.
Oh, hang on.
It's too long.
It is. So I can take my take my time perfecting my magical ability. It looks cute. Doesn't
shorten the names.
It looks cute. It does not stand a chance against Slime.
It doesn't.
And Mashoku Tensei and Isekai this
there is
this
way
season.
Too much going
it just
on.
does not. It does not, guys. All right.
There's too much happening. Mission Yozakura Family. Yeah, okay. Looks like a spy thriller kind of thing. I haven't actually read it, but you know.
It's actually a very
Bartender,
wholesome.
Glass of God. Okay, but Bartender, Glass of God. Now this has me intrigued because I'm learning mixology. I'm learning how to shake drinks up, so I might actually try to watch this wherever the hell it's gonna pop up. So that's fun. God's Game We Play.
Oh, I've seen this anime. It was called No Game No Life.
Finally, we got season 2.
Not wrong. Yeah. Wait a minute. These characters don't look right. Where's my
That's not
cat and
Sora and
fox?
Shiro
Hold on.
at all. God's game we play.
I've been lied to.
Literally no game, no life, bruh. Come on. That title right there is just the description for no game, no life. Anyway.
So is The Duke of Death and His Maid, Season 3.
There was a season 2?
An Archdemon's Dilemma. Apparently. I haven't even seen Season 1. So. The Archdemon's Dilemma. How to Love Your Elf Bride.
That sounds
It's
like more
all
like a
one-
manual.
It does. Also, like, what do you mean how to love your elf bride? You have an elf bride. What is there to ask?
Exactly. What the fuck?
All right.
All right.
Man.
Next 6. Jisan, Basan, Wakageru.
Oh, grandma,
Yeah.
grandpa's, or old man, old woman. I don't
Yeah,
know what
where they-
Wakageru means, but yeah.
Where they wake up to find they're young again.
Oh, yeah, that was
Oh.
interesting. That was an interesting premise. I saw. Okay, I'm down. I'm down.
Chilling in another world with level 2 super cheat powers.
Okay.
Okay.
As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world.
Okay.
Okay.
Blue Archive the animation.
Mm-hmm.
Jellyfish
Uh.
can't swim in the night.
That's a lie. Yes, they can.
What?
Yeah, they really fucking
What
can.
the fuck?
Been
They can
chased by
sting
them.
in
I
the
know.
night too.
Yeah, yeah.
Who makes these names?
I could pee on a jellyfish at night too. So what's your point?
Eh,
Mysterious disappearances.
All right,
What
I'm here for.
disappearance isn't mysterious?
Well, I mean,
the disappearance from the food on my plate.
the disappearance
Okay,
of my
got me.
hoagie in the fridge. You know,
Okay, y'all got you got me there, yeah.
I'm gonna go get a
Where did it
$13
go? Well,
pizza.
I'm pretty good, so.
All right, The Fable. Okay, this
No,
just looks
not the
like
video game.
this. Yeah, sadly. So apparently this is some Hitman stuff.
It is.
Say voice actor radio. Oramote's voice actor radio or Seiyu radio.
Okay.
One room Hitokiri Futatsu. One room. Two Hitokiri and. Okay, studio apartment, good lighting, angel
you
included.
go.
Okay, I should have looked. It was like Hitaki. I thought it said Hitokiri. Okay,
Hitari Futsu.
Hitari Futsu.
Futsu.
Okay, Vampire Dormitory. Okay, Monster, and the banished former hero lives as he pleases.
Of course he does.
Okay,
I mean, what do you do with
The
a hero
new
once
gate.
you're done using him? You fucking kick him out.
so the new Gate. So we're getting Gate season 3.
No.
No, it looks
Wish.
like it's just an SAO in disguise.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, it does.
They-
I
they
love
can't
that.
do
That's a
season
great
3 of
description.
Gate.
SAO in disguise. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
SAO
they
in
can't do a season 3
disguise.
of Gate.
Shit. Girls band Cry. Okay then.
That's a name.
High Speed Etoile.
Yeah, sure.
Etoile.
Good enough.
Yeah, that looks like a French word. I mean, shit. Tadaima Okaere.
Oh, I'm leaving. Tadaima, I'm off and I'm back. Okairi nasai.
Ah.
Yeah. So
That's cute.
goodbye, hello. Could be,
Yeah.
This looks
Uh,
wholesome and family and
Astro-
slice of life esque. That's cool.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Kind of. So does the next one, Astronaut.
Okay.
Shit. Oh, okay. Interesting. Hinjin no Salad Bowl.
A strange salad bowl? Is that what that means?
Apparently.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Oh boy, here we go. Next 6.
Shumatsu Train Doki e Eku.
Please put the translations below.
Please do.
Right.
The Idol Master Shiny Colors.
Oh no.
Pretty.
Yokyaku Battery.
Okay, I kind of want to see it. I'm a sucker for baseball anime.
Kurasu wa Aruji wo Ereban Banai.
Irabanai.
I need to learn Japanese. Fuck you,
Bruh,
claims would
bruh.
work
Right.
faster.
Right.
What is the crow does not choose the Lord, is what it's
Okay.
called.
Ah, okay.
Viral hits.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Token Rambukai Kyoden
Ooh,
Muryu Horuchi.
okay. It doesn't have titles. Tokuranbu.
Interesting.
Okay.
There's an
No,
anime
looked
adaptation of a stage play.
yes. And this is technically season 2 because season 1 has already been done. Highly encourage you guys to check that out. It was an interesting story. I think it's a 24 episode series. But like, if this is a sequel series to that, I'm for it. It looks like this is not a continuation of that story because I think that story went to conclusion. But yeah, Renkai, which looks to be a cycling anime.
Yep.
Tonari no Yokai-san. Wait, the monster next door? The yokai next door?
That looks like it because it says our cat might be turning into a nekomata.
All right. Nijion Animation 2. Oi Tombo Himitsu no Aipri, or somebody's secret.
That looks like freaking magical girls.
Shadowverse Flame arc hit or arc season or no hen, the fucking the arc or something like that. Yeah. Okay, ONA and OVA, I'll just get these out of the way. Mahjong Soulken Rising Impact, another golf anime. Wow. And Shin Yaranai Ka.
But do you know what Rising Impact does not have?
What? Gay girls.
Girls in it.
Yeah, gay girls in it. I knew that was coming. Okay, as far as movies coming out this season, we've got some pretty cool ones. First off, the Blue Lock movie. Looking forward to that episode of Nagi. If you have not been keeping up with Blue Lock, I don't know what to tell you, man. You should. It's good. Then we've got a Code Geass movie.
Surprisingly, yes.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Right? Talking about going back. Which, ironically, the title of the next movie is great for that. It's called Look Back. And I'm like, but we already are. There's Code Geass.
I don't.
Don't worry. The creepy Republican lady that smiles weirdly is not behind you. Talking about her weirdly named son. That is literally what the... all right, so... That is literally what the anime was talking, or what the internet was talking about yesterday, was like, and everybody, Republicans, Democrats, we all got on board, apparently as a nation, and decided, this chick is creepy.
All right, then.
So the Republican senator from Alabama that did a response to the State of the Union, I didn't really care about the State of the Union, didn't watch it, didn't watch her. I'm just seeing all the shit coming out and all the memes, and then the SNL parody that happened of her by Scarlett Johansson. Holy shit. Talking about, just remember, America, I'm not here to slaughter everybody. Smiles creepily. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Are those actual words from the thing?
No, that was the parody shit. That was parody shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't seen it, I know it is 3 weeks old, and I'm sorry I didn't notice it until recently. There is a new Dragon short that got released on Team 4-Star. It is called Three's Company. It literally is the cutest one they've ever done. It is between Android 13, or I'm sorry, not 13, Android 18 and Krillin. And god damn it, does it just hit all the right notes. Anyhow,
that reveal.
Trapezium, Uma Matsume, Pretty Derby, Beginning of a New Era. Okay. Detective Conan movie 27. Jesus.
Holy shit.
Omaroke, Dear Friends. Rabbit's Kingdom, the movie. Gintama on Theater 2D. Dude, just literally anytime there's something Gintama, I'm automatically yes. That show is fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Kurameru Kagari, Kuriyababa, Iris the movie, Full Energy, Yumi. Yumi's cat. Yumi's Cells the movie. Okay,
Interesting.
and that's it. They're not doing
Yep.
special. They're not doing continuing this time because we kind of already know. That's what to look for coming up this spring. Dude, we already have summer 2024 stuff put up.
Woo.
Yeah.
Those first 6 were a
Oh,
doozy.
dude. Oh, you think that's a doozy, bro? Click over on summer and look at what the first one is.
I don't got time for that.
Tower of God season 2.
Fuck.
You realize I haven't seen that, right?
You realize
You
I'm
gotta
gonna make you
change
fix that. You realize I'm gonna make you fix that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Tomorrow we've got more stuff that we are going to hang out and do. So, yeah. As soon as I get my CPU fan fixed and all that stuff.
Whoa,
Guys?
whoa.
What?
Whoa. I'm looking at the summer 24. Am I seeing this right? Is Ultimate Muscle on there?
Maybe. All right. So,
6th row down, the third one.
yes, I did see it. Guys, thank you so much for coming by, hanging out with us. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sorry that it took us an hour to cover all the Akira Toriyama stuff, but there's a lot. There was a lot for us to just go over. That having been said, I apologize. I did not realize that the art that I used in the beginning was AI art. I will be cutting that out. So, yeah. Guys, thank you so much for chilling with us. We will be back tomorrow with Slime Time as we continue Volume 15 and we move forward. That having been said, thank you guys so much for coming by. And over on our Twitch channel tonight, I think if all goes well, they'll be doing an art stream. So make sure to come by and see that. Go show Miki and the crew some love. That having been said, this has been Anime Church. I hope you've been entertained and a little bit informed. And because that's kind of the goal. And once again, if you cosplayed anything by Akira Toriyama, you are an absolute winner in my book. That having been said, I am Richard Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
And I am Fenrir Sovereign, your patron saint of snackos who kept getting interrupted while he was snacking.
Well,
Richie.
maybe you shouldn't snack at the wrong times. All right, everybody.
He's the saint of snackos. He's always snacking.
That is it. Bye-bye. See you in 3
Bye-bye.
weeks. See you in 3 weeks for more Slime Time. Not abridged, actual. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah.